You're tuning into the best in the West. Real Riders Only Radio.
in the night. I'm gonna take it real slow. Ooh, my baby, I understand what you told me, as if I didn't know. I always wanted someone just like you. I really need to hold you. I give the world to you, oh my darling. You know I will. Yeah, yeah, you know I will. I surely will. I'll never do anything to hurt you. Wouldn't do one single thing for your back. I'll give all my love to you. I'm gonna give you every bit of my love, my love. If you need me, baby, I'll come running. Yes, I will. Only to you. Yeah, my baby, yes, I will. Why don't we just lay down, baby, and hold each other real close? 'Cause I don't wanna rush you, baby. If time is what you need the most. I always wanted to love you. You can make all my dreams come true. I wanna love you tonight, oh my darling. Yes, I do. Right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Never do anything to hurt. I will never do one little thing to you, baby. And I'm gonna give you every bit of my love tonight, girl. If you need me, baby, I'll come running. Oh, Lord, only to you, baby. Oh, now. No. Girl, I've been longing for you, baby, for a long time. Yeah, let's make love tonight. I can make it feel real good, baby. I can make it feel real good, baby. Sometimes I get a little lonely, baby. It gets so rough for me, baby. And I need somebody I can call all mine. I need somebody. So you are the one for me, baby. I know that you are the one for me, baby. Yeah. Oh, never do anything to hurt. I would never do a thing to hurt you. I give all my love to you. I give you every single bit of my love. Baby, I'll come running. All you got to do, baby, when you need somebody, pick up the phone. I'll be there. I'll be right there. I will never do anything to hurt you. Ooh, baby. Understand what I'm saying to you, baby. I'll come running. Oh, baby. Only to you, baby. Only you, baby. Only you, baby. I'll never hurt you. I'll never do anything to hurt you. I'll give all my love to you. And if you need me, baby, I'll come running. Only to you.
This is Devontae Radio. Whatever you want, whatever you need, you know I got it, and I'ma give it to you. Josie. Whenever you want it.
Anything you want from me, I've got it.
Anytime you want it, I give it to you. Jojo, check this out. Look. 2, 3.
You can have my love. You're the girl of my life. Am I all you're dreaming of? Yes, you're my desire. I wanna give you so much for the things that you give to me. Just take my love, baby, because you are so dear to me. Whatever you want, whatever you need. Ooh, yeah. My heart belongs to you. Whatever you want, baby. Whatever you need. Ooh. There's nothing I won't do. And I'll say whatever you want, baby. I say whatever you want. Oh, my heart belongs to you. I say whatever you need. I'll be right here for you. Once in a lifetime, you will find someone like you. And now that I have you, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you so much. I will give you my all and all, over and over again, lady. Loving you too much, baby, is not a sin, baby. Whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. My heart belongs. Whatever you need, baby. Whatever you want, baby. I won't do. I say whatever you want. Yeah. My heart belongs to you. Yeah. I say whatever you need. I'll be right here for you. Anything you want. Oh yeah. For you. Whenever you want it. Makes no difference in the evening. Late in the midnight hour. You know I got it. Pick up the phone and dial my number. Call me. You know that I'll do. And you know my heart belongs to you. My heart. Whatever you need. There's nothing I won't do. Nothing do for you. I say whatever you want. Nothing
You're tuning into the best in the West. Real Riders Only Radio.
I'll be right here for you. Whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do.
Live, man. It's the 3rd episode, and I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Because we got some special guests in the building. This is Real Riders Only Radio. You know what I mean? I'm your host, Quincy Cash. Got my homeboy, Stick High. on the ones and twos, doing this thing, the part of the West Side. What up, everybody in Arizona? Today's special topic is dating in Arizona. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay? Because, for years, I've been on Facebook, I've been on social media, and I see so many people seem so disgruntled about the dating experience in Arizona. And what we want to do today is we want to talk about some things. We want to discuss a little bit about the dating scene. We want to try to provide some solutions. And we try to get some real dialogue so maybe we could be able to help, fix this little dating thing that's going on in Arizona, because it's definitely a lot going on. It's definitely a lot to talk about. We're going to have some videos. We're going to have some commentary. I want you to chime in. If you're in the group Party AZ right now, I want you to click on the link. I want you to chime in. I want you to give your 2 cents. I want you to give your feedback. And let us know about the dating scene in Arizona. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Is it okay? Is it cool? Let me know, because it's very, very important that we discuss this, because this seems like it's the number one topic on social media for such a long time. So, Fancy definitely pulls up to the party. He definitely is a powerhouse on the social scene and the party scene. So it's definitely great to have their feedback. We also got Leo. Where you at, Leo? We got Leo Victory that's going to be in the building, and then we're going to have a couple people from the group chime in. So, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and play one of them videos, Stick. Play one of them dating videos. We're going to go ahead and start it off with like a small TikTok video with people talking about, their experience in the dating scene and things like that. So I think it's very, very important to start that off, because we don't want to personalize this. This is for the whole community. So we want to get the information and the feedback from everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to chime in. I'm going to definitely,
honestly,
talk about my experience and things like that.
dating black
we have to get that
men
video
living
on
in
there.
Arizona is fucking trash, especially as a black woman.
Where's the video?
A dark-skinned black woman. It's like, okay, there's already only 12 black men here.
It's on my screen.
Okay, 9
All
of
right, cool. It's
them
cool. It's a
are
delay.
attracted to women.
And why is it only not?
Background.
4 of them,
It's on my screen.
that'll be fair, I'll say 5 of them like black women.
Oh, yeah.
3 out of that 5 like light-skinned black women.
Okay, but why does it look like that?
The 2 that like dark-skinned black women have to hear that I'm a fucking chocolate drop every 5 fucking seconds. Fucking irritating.
A chocolate drop.
And or there's something else wrong with them. Like, oh my god. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm trying to be more open-minded even, because I really am very, I like things how I like things, but I've been trying to be open-minded. Oh my god. Waste of fucking time. Like, these men are just not smart. Like, I can't keep dealing with this shit.
Not smart.
At least be smart. God damn. And tall. Shit. Of course. Like, do you see, why is nail glue such a fucking pain in my fucking ass?
Is she a stripper? I'm just trying to figure it out.
I'm just, because
What does she need nail glue for?
I've been supposed to,
Oh, one of her
I was
nails.
supposed to meet, really, it was fucking last night I was supposed to go out. And he's like, oh, I thought it was tomorrow night. Why would you think that? When I said tomorrow, the day before, anyways. Why would you think that? But I'm like, okay. I really did. That was going to be, my final straw. But I was like, okay, no, I thought about it. Other things that I, value in a man. I say value, the fact that he doesn't have any fucking kids and he's not a Gemini or an Aquarius. So I was like, oh. And he looks kind of, I mean, I should ask him type too.
She has a
Yeah, he
preference.
seemed like he met my
Hey,
requirements. So I
that-
was like, okay, yeah, let's
It's
go
not
for it.
working, bro.
Fuck that, guys. Fuck that.
It's not working.
Fuck that.
Okay, I see.
Fuck this glue. Like, I can't deal with this right now. I'm so annoyed.
Girl, do something else wrong, girl.
And I don't ever want to like say a black girl's angry, but she was a little upset
With her nail glue? Or dating?
with
'Cause
the
I'm-
nail
All right,
glue
yeah, so-
related.
Yeah, so ladies, I mean, what you think about that? Like, what do you think about, you know, like her? You know, it seems like she's definitely disgruntled and things like that. What do you think about, you know, what she was saying in the video?
I think she was disgruntled about the wrong fucking thing, to be honest. She worried about her nail glue. We have better fish to fry than that. But she said, one of the things she mentioned was that, you know, she's dark skinned and men tend to give
Seemed like
us.
though she was that dark though, but
I mean, but you know, it was the whole fact that the men give us nicknames. Like, for instance, I'm short. You know, everybody want to go to, you know, Shorty. First of all, that's not my name. I have a name, you know. So, but her issue is that, you know, it's a chocolate drop. You know, me myself, I like to think that I'm chocolate. Some people don't, but you know, it is what it is. I don't think her rant was a little valid, to be honest. So we can move on to the next.
So do you think that it was like a particular person that really pissed her off?
well, yeah, in the video she said that she was supposed to go on a date with somebody, and then they basically was like, "Oh, I thought that was the next day." So it was already kind of geared towards somebody. He probably was a Gemini, and he probably was a little short.
Why
What
you
does
gotta be
short wait a
Gemini?
minute? And why he gotta be short?
Because she said she wants tall, so I'm thinking that he was short, and he was either a Gemini or was the other one, Aquarius?
She said Gemini or
Why
Aquarius.
You gotta be a Gemini. That's fucked up.
But I will say, not the women, but Aquarius might be spawns of Satan, but whatever. This is my opinion.
Yeah, so like in terms of the dating scene here in Arizona, what do you think is, you know, like really stopping people from like really meeting the person that they think is special? Like, what you think?
Of course, hand downs is social media. Everybody want to be the Blue Place and Krishans of the world. You know, they glorify that shit, and it's not cool. You know, I can only speak for me. I'm a little older. You know, I'm up there in the 35, 40 range. So dating for me is a lot different. But I've noticed, excuse me, that this younger generation, they glorify what they see on social media. So that's what they follow.
So
So, go ahead.
I think a lot of times, like with dating, I think it's about like transparency and like being honest. And I feel like a lot of people, even in the 30s and the 40s, they're not honest of what they want exactly. Like, you kind of just got to say what you want. If you want to be single, if you want to talk to people, like, I feel like a lot of people just need to be honest, period, point blank. Like, I tell people right now, I'm not interested in being in a relationship, and that is me being transparent. I don't want to lead you on. I don't want you to feel as if I'm trying to put something out there. Like, I'm going to be transparent with you. Yes, I'm going to date, and I feel like a lot of men don't tell somebody that I'm dating other people. I want to be single. They want you cooped in there one little, you know, but we gonna be exclusive while they doing single shit with everybody else, and they're expecting you to be single and expecting you to be exclusive and in a relationship. So technically, you be in a relationship by yourself the whole time he's single. And I feel like that's why, like, in relationships, you gotta be like, listen, are we together, or are you single? Because I don't want, like, that in between. You need to let me know. Because, therefore, if you're doing what you're doing, I'm going to do what I do, and we just going to keep doing whatever we going to do.
But that's defeating the whole purpose of you claiming anything, right?
But I feel like a lot of men claim you, but they don't want to be with you. Like, you my girl, You know what I mean? I don't want you to have nobody else. I don't want you to talk to
They
nobody
claim you
else.
in private.
I want, you know what I mean? Like, I want you to be exclusive. And then a lot of women, especially women that I know, being the loyal person that you are, you're thinking that it's something when in all actuality, although he's claiming you in private, he damn sure is showing his ass in public and doing whatever he's going to do. So I feel like when it comes to relationships, any situationship that you have, you need to be transparent of what you want. Like, what do you want? If you want to go and, you know, talk to this girl, talk to that girl, whatever you want to do, then that's cool. But then you can expect me not to date or not to talk to other people because, you know what I mean? Like, I might just find somebody who wants that situation, like, with me, who just wants to be with me and not want to be like you, who's trying to court other people or having people in their back pocket for when you decide, like, what it is you want. And I feel like transparency
But
is the key.
let's just keep it all the way real. Transparency is great, but in the world that we live in, it's glorified for a man to say, you know, yeah, I'm doing me and keeping females in his back pocket and left and right and all of that. But the moment a woman that is straightforward, like, yo, you doing you, I'm about to go do me, just like you got, I got niggas too. You know what I'm saying? So then we are scared because then we're labeled as, you know, hoes. And you know what I'm saying? Then we get talked about, and then, you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like we can't really openly date because openly dating for us is going to lead to a label on us at the end of the day. And that shit ain't cool.
Yeah, but let me chime in. I mean, I understand what you're saying about keeping it real, because if you want anything to be real, you have to keep it real. You have to be honest. You have to be sincere. You have to be authentic.
Right.
You have to have some integrity, right?
Absolutely.
And some respect. And respect, and as much as people say respect, a lot of people don't know the definition of respect is basically treat a person the way you want to be treated.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, now, my thing is that the majority of women that I see, they like men that got other women. They like men that has the options. It's more attractive to them for one, and for two, it's kind of like a challenge. It seems like a woman wants to have the player, the ladies' man, and like, I'm going changing, or you see what I'm saying? So like, because it's a decision that people make, because I'm pretty sure that there's always going to be a gentleman, there's always going to be a man in a woman's life that will probably be all that she's looking for, if not more, but he doesn't have all of the attributes to make him, you know, the apple of her eye or her number one choice. So why is it that females that claim that they want to have something that's real, that has something of substance, that has something of value, why do they always choose the bad guy? Why do they always choose the player?
So it just depends on your definition of bad guy. First of all, just like a woman is expected to shut a nigga down when he approached her because she got someone, it should be the same on a man's end too. If you know that you are with your wife, your baby mama, whomever, it is the man's responsibility to say, you know what, I got somebody. Right. But instead, men don't do that. They take it on because it's almost like badges.
Some men don't do that.
Some men, a lot of men don't do that.
Okay, we got to talk. We got to speak for the fact. Okay, it's close to the end of the world, but ain't the end of the world yet. It's still men and women out here that are happily married, that have been married for years, that have chose to be faithful. Now, there's some married people that's playing games, a lot of them, but there's still some. So it's like, if you want it's like it always seems like you are what you attract.
So,
If you really really genuinely love yourself, how can you attract people that just want to use you?
Ooh, no, baby. You can't say that.
I'm asking. I want to know.
I want to go back just a little bit. You said that there is women like to date players or women.
A lot of them. I'm
women-
not speaking in general. I'm
Yeah.
not saying all women.
Yeah, no.
But-
Just in general, women.
Right.
Right, and they like to date players, and they like to date people that are like that all the ladies want. So, I think that it's more of a confidence thing versus I want to date a player. It's not that I necessarily want to date somebody who's a player or somebody I got hoes. It's that I want to date a confident man. Sometimes the men that they might not be so not confident, and then that's why therefore they don't get women or whatever like that, because you can look however you look and still be confident and still pull. It's a lot of ugly men in this world
Whole
that
lot
got
of
the baddest women.
You better say that shit again.
A lot of ugly men in this world, and they got the baddest women, and that is because they are confident. You know what I mean? And so when you say that, it's like, nah, I want me a confident man. Like, regardless of whatever, I want to feel like, damn, ooh, that's my baby. That's his presence. Because when he walk in, you instantly see that. And I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want nobody who's timid or nobody who's like, you know, it's confidence. Just like when a man, they want confident women, so you want confident, you know what I mean? Like the same thing. And then also, trailing back just a little bit, you said that there's somebody that will treat that person right, but they want the confident player dude.
Right.
At the end of the day, they may treat somebody right, but what I always go back to is if I date somebody who I'm not necessarily attracted to, but somebody I'm not vibing with, somebody that would treat me better, but it's not a vibe, it's not a connection there. Am I settling? Because now I'm settling for you. I want to be with you because you treat me good. But is that really where my heart is?
But where would your heart be? I mean, if you dealing with somebody and you're attracted to them, you're interested in, you down with them, whatever, and they're not transparent with you, they lied to you,
They gotta go.
isn't that settling too?
Eventually, you got to go. You know what I mean?
So what's settled with
Listen, I'll tell you this.
Ladies, let me ask you, what settle do you prefer? Do you prefer to settle with a man that you are highly attracted to, that you love, that you like, you down for, and they cheating on you and they're lying to you, they ain't being real to you, or would you rather settle for a guy that is not necessarily apple of your eye, but they just give you the respect and the love that you feel that you deserve? Which is the better settle?
But
I'm
it's not even really
settling
settling though.
for-
It's not really settling.
And
'Cause some people, it's not about settling for
Yeah.
some women, because some women actually they put time and effort and they actually care or even love this person and they want to give them a chance.
They wasn't always
You know what I'm
like
saying?
that.
So it's not settling. They're just in a way accepting and just possibly waiting for this person to change at some point or whatever. And they never change, you know. So it's not really I don't like the word settling.
I wouldn't say like, and then I wouldn't say like, I'm not settling for nothing. I don't care if you're toxic or if you're the good guy who I don't like. My whole thing is, especially when I court and when I start to think about, okay, who's my husband? I want my husband to be somebody that like I see in the future. I see where are we gonna be in 20 years? It's some men that's fine as hell but have shitty personalities. No, I don't want to be with that. There's some nice guys
Lord.
that are yes men, and I don't want a
Amen.
yes man either. I'll do this for you. I'll do that. I'll be like 10.
You don't want that either.
You know what I mean? But you know, I want a man to put me in my place when I need to. Not put me in my place, but baby, you tripping. You know what I mean? And then I want somebody to not be disrespectful to me or somebody I feel protected from. And you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of times in relationships, people. Oh, sorry.
No, you good.
Go ahead, continue. He's just gonna be behind the scenes Let me
Okay,
say something.
sorry, y'all. I ain't did this in a minute, but as I said, I feel like in relationships you shouldn't settle. Period. Whether you feel like, oh, this is a good guy, he treats me right. It's not who I really. It's not where my heart is, because then that's not fair to him. If that's not where your heart is, that's not fair to him. So why would I go date somebody that I don't love, I'm never gonna love, but he treats me right?
Right. So, but then you love somebody that doesn't treat you right either.
Well, you gotta leave them both alone. And you know, relationships are difficult.
I mean, so based on what you heard, the feedback that you heard in Arizona with the women, what is the number one thing that you hear the women say regarding the men here?
So for me, and this is not necessarily my experience because I haven't experienced, but a lot of black men don't like black women. Me personally, I haven't experienced that. I haven't dated, or I haven't had that feeling like, oh, you know what I mean, I only date white women. But I do know that is one thing that they say in Arizona.
Yep.
Go ahead,
Facts.
Tiff.
They
Go
like
ahead.
the white girls of Scottsdale. Okay, we're just gonna keep it all real, because these white girls out here, they just doing any and everything that it's almost like they the bow down queens, whereas us as black women, we're not doing that. We're not bowing down to any and everything. We're not accepting all your shit. We're not accepting, you know, you saying you here and you're not there and you want to come in late at night. We're not accepting that. I personally have experienced that. I dated someone out here and he didn't, you know, I just knew by his whole demeanor that, you know, he wasn't into black girls, but I still took that chance and, you know, it failed. But at the end of the day, that's what a lot of people, you know, are experiencing here in Phoenix. And also, like, these men out here just weird as fuck. I'm sorry.
Okay, we're gonna get to the weird. We're not going to disrespect Arizona. We got love for Arizona.
Absolutely.
But we also going to keep it real, and people have to understand the feedback that they get.
Yeah, absolutely.
So at the end of the day, ladies, sisters, do you feel that you're overlooked here in Arizona?
Yeah.
Do you feel like the black man is leaving you hanging out here in Arizona?
Somebody said a comment and they said, yeah.
Let's go over some comments, bro. Let's go over some comments real quick.
We're going through, okay?
All right. Ellen Rose. They say they want white women. What she say?
And they too masculine.
And they too mad.
Oh,
And
that hit a trigger.
And we're too masculine.
Ooh, girl, yes,
That hit a
girl.
trigger.
I'm going to put that question back up there.
Because I feel like, hold on, let me say something.
Say it, girl. Say
All right.
it.
Black women, and I was looking at something and it said black women are taught to survive because that's basically what they have to do. White women are not taught that. You know what I mean? Like we have to be the strong ones. It's so many single black women out here. It's so when you're younger, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this. Like we have to be above and beyond to be a black woman. And I feel like to white women, they're catered. They've always been catered. It could go back in the, to slavery. They've always been catered. So when you say that a black woman is masculine, well, we ain't got no choice but to be strong. We got things, we got bills to pay, we got kids to feed. Not me, I ain't got no kids yet. But we got, we got shit to do. And so when you saying that, basically like, you know what I mean? We're masculine. No, that's how we are. And a lot of y'all are weak, honestly. And that's not every man. So don't come for me. Because I'm not saying y'all all weak. I'm saying a lot of you who feel like black women are masculine are weak.
Well, let me chime in on. I'm gonna chime in on that right now.
Hands are sweating.
Hold on. Yeah.
I'm gonna chime in on this shit right now. Okay.
I got it.
Now, the social engineering. The social engineering
Take pause.
of our people, okay? Our people have been socially engineered to be divided in so many ways. And we have to understand that, yes, there's a lot of single black mothers. Yes, black women have to fill different roles and things like that. But has it all been just because of circumstances, or has it been by choice, or has it been by social influence?
So it has been by, but
Sit down,
it.
sit down.
Oh, sorry. I'm just talking. I'm like waiting for her. I guess I don't want this. Okay.
Good.
It has been by circumstance. I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of black men in black households will therefore they don't take care of their necessarily responsibility. And I go back because I always want to play the devil's advocate. Like, I know a lot of men in my life personally, they take care of what they need to take care of. They got their kids and stuff like that. But then if I go to where, like, some of my friends, they have a man that don't want to be a man. They want you to be the provider. They want you to take care of the kids. They want you to pay all the bills. You know what I mean? And I feel like as a black woman, we're going to make it happen regardless. But, you know what I mean? We don't always want to be strong and masculine, but that's just how we are, because we ain't got no other choice but to be that. Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Black women get crucified the most.
All right, what this brother saying right here? It starts.
The belief system, people like what they like. Just have to keep on moving along until you get a connection.
Right, and
I totally
but
agree.
but the thing about it is that every race, every different or ethnicity of people, there's different dimensions between men and female. The only people that go through this type of dimension where they say that the black woman is masculine is the black culture. Why is that? Because you don't get that with a Chinese relationship. You don't get
They
that.
try to target our man. They try to shit.
They
on
don't
our
get.
shit.
You don't get that in the Mexican relationship. You don't get that in the German relationship. You don't get that even in the Hawaiian or Filipino relationship.
I don't
It's
hear
only
a lot of black men say that black women are masculine. I've never heard a black man say that a black woman is masculine. I've never heard a black
So,
man say
and I'm coming from somebody who's extremely feminine. I'm very girly, but I have heard that before, not from me personally, but for a lot of women. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they want to do this, they want to that, they want to take control, they want to, but they
her
have no choice.
attitude. Her attitude may be like now I done heard of we done heard of women trying to wear the pants.
right.
That's not allowed. You
Right,
Want, you
but-
want a strong man. You want a strong man to
He
to
not
lead
going
the
for that.
house.
He not
You know what I'm
going.
saying? You gotta step and follow the line of the leadership in your house.
That part.
If this is the leader
I
you're
came in with a
following,
good
if
one,
this
huh?
is your man, that's the leadership you following under. Now, if you're not following under his leadership, how could that be your man?
How can it be your man? And why would you want to be with a man that you don't want to follow their leadership? Right?
Right.
But see, it's a lot of things too. It's economical. You know, once a woman get her own house, her own cars, you
She
know what I
feels she
mean,
don't
things
need
like
the
that, she
Yeah.
feel like she don't need a nigga.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But no real man gonna go live in your roof and be under your dictatorship. That shit not gonna happen.
So you
So
want a
what you
woman
gonna
to do
do?
that? Do you want a woman to live under your roof and be dictated by you too? Just because? Why can't it be equal? Why can't you accept that your woman is a bad bitch? She can take care of herself and you buy cars, whatever, and you can do the same, and y'all can come together and be a motherfucker, build a fucking kingdom. Why does it have to be one or the other? Why is it that the woman always have to take the lesser road to bow
it's
down
not,
to a man?
But it's not a lesser road. It's all in your mind.
No, it is a lesser road.
It
Because
is
you just
not
said
a-
you just
It's not a
you just
lesser
said-
road.
you said-
That's
you said-
not a road. That's not being under a woman's control is not a manly position to be in.
Not where the man's supposed
That's
to be.
not. That's not. and
Says
so,
who? Says who?
so,
though?
but that is the
Order.
way. That's the way that it is.
So-
Pecking order in this house.
It's
Being
a
in a
pecking
man's
order,
control
and
is
look,
what a
hold on.
woman-
I'm speaking Let me correct myself because I want to
back.
go ahead and break this down.
I had to reword what I
Okay.
said.
From a godly perspective,
You said godly?
From a godly perspective,
Oh, we taking it to church.
we taking it to church.
We going to church.
All right, can I get an amen?
Hallelujah.
All right, from a godly perspective, it's supposed to be God first, man next, woman, child. It is a pecking order that God has created. Now, if you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in, the righteous teachings that's in every book, then that's on you. But you can't, like for instance, some people might say, okay, with the religious God stuff, you're not going to put that on me, right? But the New Age philosophy, thinking that a man's supposed to bow down and supposed to be a subservient, that's not even a natural position for a man supposed to be in. He's supposed to be a leader. He's supposed to be a protector. He's supposed to be a provider. That is his God-given role.
But you
just
can
like God
things.
has gave a woman role to have birth. Men can't have children.
So this is.
Go ahead.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's going to have to be some cleaning house. It's either you do this, you do that, we do this, we do that. It can't be, I'm just going to do what I want and, I'm going to be conveniently submissive here and submissive there. That's the reason why it's not working.
You going all across the board.
Yes.
You at one point you saying that
Let me-
the woman need to be
tell me.
submissive,
Right.
and now you talk about we this and we that. You want to talk about we before. So at the end of the day, what you're saying is, if please correct me if I'm wrong, you want to bring God in this the whole entire order. I do believe, in my religion and all that, I do believe there is an order. But what the fuck does that have to do with dating? And what does that have to do with who has more money or who does what or where we live or anything of that nature? It doesn't. Because at the end of the day, you may be the man, right? But guess what? Reality hits. And when reality hits, let's say you lose your job. Let's say you fall on hard times. You say you do all these things, right? So if your woman, the woman that you're saying needs to submit to you, needs to bow down, what if she...
I didn't say
say
bow down.
Hold on.
You're
we
saying
in church.
bow down.
Put up the finger, because we in church right now, okay? So at the end of the
didn't
day...
say bow down.
Listen. Oh, not bow down, but you kind of sort of. You implied. But listen, so what if all that happens, right? And then what? You guys are out bumming it together because you wanted this woman to not bow down but submit to you, and she has to follow your lead because you're the man. But what happens when the man falls? We live in a day and age right now where I can't depend on just you. I can't depend on just your money. I can't depend on you taking care of me. Why can't we depend on each other? Because when you fall, I fall. But what if you fall and I'm there and I can take care of both of us? Then what? You gonna feel emasculated because I'm empowered and in a position to where I can take care of our family? Wouldn't you want that better than me being a whole housewife and I don't got no money because I'm sitting around washing dishes and changing diapers and all of that, things of that nature, and sitting around waiting on you to bring home the money?
Well, I definitely get that, right? It happened before. It happens before. When there's a one household provider. If the one person who can't provide falls off, then it affects the whole household. I get that. Mm-hmm. All right, but there has to be some type of balance. When you got two ambitious people in one house, let's say you want to work 2 jobs. Let's say I'm working 2 jobs. I got 2 businesses.
That makes a king and a queen in my book. Goddamn.
Okay, but it ain't no
2
home.
incomes is better than 1. 4 incomes is better than them 2. I always say this, right? So, first of all, you asked about dating. So, when I'm dating, I'm dating, right? But then now you're talking about relationships. And now with relationships, I feel like we are equal. You know what I mean? Although you might lead, yeah, that's true, but we are still equal. We still, no matter what, I'm going to do this, you're going to do that, and that's just part of us being a team. Sometimes in a relationship, so we're together, we're 100%, right? But sometimes, and I be watching. I be listening to a lot of stuff, but this made a lot of sense. We're 100, so sometimes it's 50-50, sometimes it's 30-70, sometimes it's it just sometimes it's just broken down like that, like in a relationship, right? Sometimes you might need more than I need, and I might need more than you. And in a relationship, it still equals that 100%, right? So, with that being said, in a relationship, you can't be like, oh, it's me, I'm over, I'm this, I'm the man, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, and blah, 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 the next. No, we're equal partners. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might need more from me, sometimes might need more from you, but together, you know what I mean, we're still equal partners. Like, regardless, it's gonna always fit.
Okay, if you want to say equal partners, that's absolutely fine. It's nothing wrong with that. It's just the simple fact is that a lot of y'all got it built up in your mind that y'all don't want to. Y'all feel that being in a submissive role is somehow a negative thing. Now, if a man was rich and he could be able to provide and take care of all your needs, would you still want to be ambitious, or would you mind being subservient?
So.
I'm just asking a question.
So let me
run it back real quick.
Yeah.
If I feel like you can't leave me, I'm not about to be submissive to you. I need to know that you're going to lead me and guide me what it is. Whether that's finances, whether that's emotionally, like whatever that is, that's where I need to feel that from you. If I don't feel that from you, I'm not going to let you lead. And you know what I mean? In situations, it's certain men, baby, you need to chill out. You need to calm down. And I'll be like, you know what? You're right, baby, I'm tripping. But then there's certain men that I talk to, baby, you need to chill out. You need to calm down. Who are you talking to?
Right.
Right. So, what is it? Let me ask you this: what would be the scenario that y'all think will be okay for y'all to depend on the man? Like just say what type of attributes, what type of things that you, what type of attributes, what type of characteristics that you would need in place for you to be like, okay, well, all right, baby, I got you. Whatever you say, I'm with it.
First of all, the comments is popping right now. So let me just go to Evelyn real quick, because Evelyn, there she go right there. Okay, right. Evelyn is she's in here. So let me just say this. For me, I can be submissive. I can make all the money in the world, have cars, have a great success, be out there bottle popping like the rest of them, and I can still be submissive.
Okay.
I can be a leader and still be submissive to
Right.
my partner.
Right.
I can. So let's. You don't have to. Submissive is however whatever you determine that to be in your relationship. But wait, listen. What I'm not going to do is allow a man to come and tell me that because he is the man, he is in control, or because he is the man, I have to do what he says.
But I'm asking.
Right?
But the question is, what circumstances does it require for you to be like, okay, I have faith in you, I trust you, and I'm gonna be down for you
First of all,
your plan.
I need to see how you treat his mama.
Yep. But you also said, before you said that, you said what circumstances would make a woman depend on a man?
Not depend on the man. What circumstances will want to motivate you to be like, okay, I'm gonna put my guard down. I'm gonna trust his leadership. I'm gonna stand behind what he say, even if I disagree. What type of circumstances?
That comes with time, though. Like, I'm not just about to meet somebody and be like, I'm gonna let my guard down. I'm gonna trust you. No, you got to earn that.
You gonna earn it.
She said, treat your mama right, and that's true. You go refer back to how you treat your mama. How do you treat people? You know what I mean? Like
how you treat your mama, how you treat your sisters,
how you treat your ex-spouse. Like, I want to know all of that, because at the same, you know what I mean? I need to know how you treat these people, because that's gonna be how you're gonna treat me eventually. And if I feel like it's you're being disrespectful to your mama, or you know you talk bad about your baby mama, you run her to the dirt, or your ex-spouse, you know I hate that bitch. Blah 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 this blah blah. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Say what you want to say.
I'm sorry.
Party AC,
I've
goddamn.
been cussing, okay?
I just thought that I just cussed once, right? I haven't cussed.
It's allowed. It's allowed.
But I feel like, you know what I mean? You listen to that. You pay attention to those red flags. You're not just about to let your guard down off of somebody that you just meet and be like, oh, you know what?
But that's what I want to know. I want you to dig deep as much as you can into a scenario that you be like, okay, he seemed to got his stuff together. He's respectful. He's courteous. He's handling his business. Mm-hmm. What type of circumstances do you need for you to be like, you know what? I'm going to let this man take the lead.
So, first of all those things are great, but first of all, any man can take the lead. But that does not go back to just because you're taking the lead that I'm going to stop what I'm doing. So for me, a man can be all of those things, right? But at the same time, do you respect my mind? Do you respect my goals, my aspirations? Do you respect me wanting to have my own? Do you respect me and push me to be a better person, to be a better woman, to be a better business owner, or whatever? So if that's the type of man that comes my way, then goddamn it, shit, I'll do whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, but you have to want to see me do better, versus wanting me to just allow you to take control. Because if you don't want to invest in me, why the fuck should I invest in you? Or why should I take your lead?
Right, but we're talking about a genuine connection. We're talking about a genuine relationship with somebody that's not shady, somebody that wants your best interest, somebody that wants you to be successful, somebody that wants you to be the best person that you possibly can be, even if they push you to be the best person that you can be. Because sometimes love can be tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like I had an ex that was like, baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, go work out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want, you know what I mean? You look good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I want you to look, you know what I mean? Whoa, whoa, whoa. And I was like, baby, I respect that. I respect where you coming from. You want the best for me. You want me to be healthy. Woo, woo, woo. I can respect that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm just want to know, what is the characteristics that you need to see in an individual man for you to be like, okay, I'm not feeling subservient. Now, Tip, I believe that based off what you said, you just want somebody, you want to be, you're an ambitious person. You like people with ambition. You want somebody that's going to be able to push you to the top.
Absolutely. And
that's going to bring the best out of you. That's going to be the strength to your weaknesses, and you be the strength to his weaknesses.
Absolutely.
And y'all be together. Absolutely. That can work, but a lot of times, a lot of people think that having a man in a leadership position is bad. It's only bad when you pick a man that is not qualified.
Absolutely.
To be able to be in that position, because when you're dealing with a king, you're dealing with a king, and you're a queen. You can't do nothing but build a kingdom.
Absolutely.
But you have to make sure that you're dealing with a king, not a bullshit ass nigga.
But guess what? Where are those kings at? Because there's not a whole lot of them out there.
How do you know if you don't?
Okay, listen. Wait. First of all, let me just really quick, because y'all not listening to these, looking at these comments. So I'm gonna just run it back.
We need to go over the comments.
Let's
go over all of them. Let's go over the comments.
One of the comments that I did see, I forgot who said it, was how something to the effect of dating a little bit when you're older or whatever.
Yeah,
so
that was this one right here.
Yes, what was that one? Because I seen that one.
Did it become hard to date in AZ? The older people become, or is it that people too choosy?
Yeah, so it is very. So for me again, I'll be 40 in November. I know I look young. Got that.
Oh, that's what I said. It says, did it become hard to date in AZ? The older people become, or is it that people too choosy?
Right. So it's a little bit of both. It's hard because you have a lot of the like I mentioned earlier, a lot of the Krishan and Blue blue face, toxic, and everybody think that that's cute and that's glorified and all that bullshit, right? But the older you become, the more choosy you become, because you know that you're getting older. You don't have time for the bullshit. Well, let's just be real. Shit, anything can happen tomorrow, and then who gonna bury my ass? Who gonna handle my money? Who gonna take care of shit? You want me to rely on this young nigga to blow my shit, my savings? No. So yes, you have to become a little choosy in who you date. I'm not that 15, I'm not that 25-year-old where I think like, he riding around this kind of car, that's cute. Guess what? I had that car too. My brother's got them cars. That shit don't glorify me no more. I need to see where your mind is at. Like I stated, I need to see how you treat your mama, your sisters, because that's important to me. So when you become a little older, you get a lot choosy, not a little bit. You get a lot choosy because you start to understand the real shit that you appreciate in life. And you don't want to waste your time. I'm not about to waste my time on a 25-year-old, no offense to anybody who, smoke the weed, because I don't, but that's you, not me. But I don't want to waste my time with someone who wants to sit around and just go buy weed all day and sit in the house and then go out and fake the funk and pop bottles like they ballers. No, I have a passport. I want to get out the country. I done lived out the country. I want somebody who want to do shit that they've never done. I don't want somebody who lives in like this little box. So yes, I'm gonna become choosy. When was the last time you spoke to your mom? What's your relationship? When was the last time you got a job? You know what I'm saying? Or what are your goals? You start to ask those type of questions, because if you fuck around and have a kid by this motherfucker, then what?
Exactly.
Man, but I think
so yes.
I can only speak for what I see.
Right.
And speak for what I've been through. And I feel like brothers don't get a fair shake. I feel like a lot of sisters don't believe in it. Don't believe in them. That's why they worried about what type of car he drive. Now I know it's very important for a man to have his shit together. I get it. You have to have your shit together.
When you're pushing 40, it's the difference for. It's the difference. When you're in your 20s, it's cute. Oh, he got a nice car. It's that. But when you're in your 40s, you want to know, is this motherfucker stable? Because how I'm going to let you lead and you're not stable?
That's facts.
How I'm going to let you lead and you can't provide for me, but you want me to allow you to lead me, and you just going to run what I have established in the mud.
But I'm talking about... not to cut you off, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm talking about guys that are financially stable, guys that do have their stuff together.
A lot of them are married.
See, you can't have these excuses. There's a lot of them that's not.
These excuses.
Let's talk, because
they already taken facts.
It's some men who look good on paper, baby. I'll tell you, they look good. They got the two houses, the car. You know what I mean? They got everything going for them, and they got a whole motherfucking ring on their finger, but you don't even know nothing about that. I mean, you just like, damn, you over there planning your wedding and shit, just like, yeah, me and him, I can't wait. We gonna have white, our colors.
Because they get too cocky. They know they got somebody at home, but at the same time, they want to have other shit on the side. But you know what though? Let's just flip it real quick, because I get it. It is some great men out there. It really is.
Yeah, and I don't bash. Like I said, I'm not here to bash men. I'm talking about.
I am sometimes, but no, I'm swearing. Right. It is some great men, but it's some fucked up ass women out there that make it hard for some men to be great men. And then I just feel like it's a domino effect. They deal with these bullshit ass women, so when they get a great woman, they don't know how to treat a woman because they didn't have these fucked up ass, loony ass little girls out here, these little toxic girls.
Crustacean.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, it's really a domino effect at the end of the day. Again, the older you get, the more picky, and you can start being I'm a little FBI detective. I think about that. So I'm coming with everything. I'm sorry. Everybody can tell you, Tiff, out here in these streets, I do all kind of shit. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna vet this nigga before I even do anything.
And so I'm with you, right? Because I done dated somebody, like I go through my dating spurs or whatever like that. Like I told you, I was just in a relationship. But before that, I was dating. And when I was dating,
that's for me, huh?
It was easier to catch people because I'm older now. So and also, in a sense, to be in your 30s or to be older.
Start with H.
It makes the dudes that you talk to kind of be like, okay, let me stop playing with her because I already know what it is. But then you get those ones, and Lord, let me tell you, you get those ones, and they think that they could still play those games that they play on 20-year-old girls. From my experience, I was talking to this dude, he wasn't even in Arizona, but I was talking to this dude. And for the life of me, he was just so excited as the fact that I didn't have kids, and he just wanted to have a baby by me. I mean, he wanted me to have his baby. So he's like, oh my gosh, oh, you ain't got no kids, I ain't got no kids, we got to have a baby, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. And he lived out of state, so I had to really pay attention to him and be like, I would listen to things that he said, and then I went to go see him. And when I went to see him, I saw everything that was wrong with this man. And, you know, my young self, I would have been, you know what, digmatized. I would have been like, you know what, I'm a bypass. I mean, because he had some of the bummest niggas got some fire. But anyways, I would have bypassed it and everything like that. But the 30-something-year-old me was like, hell nah. I don't want a baby by you. I don't even want to talk to you like that. I was like, I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to just ride this little vacation I got out. And then after that, this is it. You know what I mean? He asked me for money, lunch money, gas money. I don't know if he thought I was Oprah. And that was such a turnoff. Like, I don't know. It was so much a turnoff. So when you talk about dating, yeah, you know, I'm not here to bash men because there's some good men out there. I could talk about some wonderful dates.
They just take it.
But when you talk about some of them niggas is in the gutter and they're like the worst people ever. Like, they want you to take care of them. I kept trying to encourage him. Oh, well, why don't you go to school for this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And he's like, you know what? He was like, but ain't you about to be a loan officer? He was like, we gonna be good. Our baby gonna have Gucci this. Our baby gonna have that. And I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, no, nigga, no. No, nigga, no.
He's surprised back there.
I was like, he didn't even know that. He didn't even know that.
Where y'all be finding these niggas, man?
That's what.
In these Arizona
that's
streets.
What I be saying.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I be saying.
From Arizona.
But I say that to say, like, I've also had some good men who were, you know, we was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, but they was damn good men that took care of me well and just did everything that they were supposed to do as a man. You know what I mean? So I'm not never here to bash a man, but we talking about dating, and boy, he was the bum of the bums. He was stored in my phone as broke babe because he just, like, every time, like, and I never gave him, like, money or anything like that because I'd be damned. I'm not nobody's sponsor. Listen to everybody else, y'all out there in the streets, I'm not y'all sponsors.
Right. So one of the comments that just popped up was like, we're not supposed to go Cahoon or something like that. We're not supposed to go in so soon, spread it out. Let me just tell you something. And it was another comment that said, age don't match maturity.
Don't have an
age, right? You're absolutely right, because
I agree.
I've dated 10 years over me,
I agree.
right? I've dated 10 years over me, and I've dated 10 years under me. So you're absolutely right. It's not about your age, because it can be a 35, 40, or a 50-year-old who is just, you got to give restraining orders. And then it can be a 25-year-old that you like, damn, you got your shit together, okay?
Really,
but it's so age don't really matter. It is the person. But then again, that's why you go back to being picky, and you got to vet motherfuckers.
You really,
okay?
Man, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a brief intermission. Go ahead and play that Polar G.
Cheers. Intermission.
We're gonna get caught up with some of these comments.
Yes.
And we'll be right back with y'all, man. Back
Y'all
with this
hilarious.
beautiful ass show, man. It's going down.
We
Fuck
love
with
the
it.
comments. Keep commenting.
Keep coming with the comments.
You're tuning into the best in the West. Real Riders Only Radio.
Listen, somebody said something, I almost spit my drink out.
Where is this? Because I tried to go on it to look at the comments.
The comments are so funny. These motherfuckers are serious.
Cop a BMW, new deposit, I picked up another bag. Like fuck it, I'ma count while I'm in it. I heard planes flying, crowds screaming, money counting chains, clanking shit. I guess that's how it sound when you winning. I ain't joking, do it sound like I'm kidding. I've been making like 2,000 a minute. So high up through the clouds, I was swimming. I'm probably gon' drown when I'm in it. I bet she gon' get loud when I'm in it. And we might have a child. I don't love a hoe after we fuck, she can't get near me. Only bitch I give a conversation to is Siri. My pants are mirrored. Yes, I'm winning clearly. I'm the chosen one, see my potential, so they fear me. Lately I've been praying, God, I wonder, can you hear me? Thinking about the old me, I swear I miss you dearly. Stay down till you come up, I've been sticking to that thing. Every day a battle, I'm exhausted and I'm weary. Make sure I smile in public when alone, my eyes teary. I fought through it all, but that shit hurt me severely. I've been getting high to hide behind my insecurities. Taking different pills, but I know it ain't. Copped a BMW, new deposit, I picked up another bag. Like fuck it, I'ma count while I'm in it. I hear planes flying, crowds screaming, money counting chains, clanking shit, I guess that's how it sound when you win it. I ain't joking, do it sound like I'm kidding. I've been making like 2,000 a minute. So high up through the clouds, I was swimming. I'm probably gon' drown when I'm in it. I bet she gon' get loud when I'm in it. And we might have a child when I'm finished. Never put out a weak verse, homicides when we lurk. I'm stuck till my feet hurt. When putting them streets first, white tees turn burgundy t-shirts. Looking for some real, he stuck in a deep search. Anxiety killing me, I just wanna leave Earth. When they ask if I'm okay, it just make everything seem worse. Trying to explain your feelings sound like something you rehearsed. Stab me in my back with a clean smirk. Looking so deep into your eyes, I can read your thoughts. So shut the fuck up, I mean, please don't talk. I done been through too much and I don't need another loss. Put that on every war scar for every battle. Cop the BMW, new deposit, I picked up another bag. Like fuck it, I'ma count while I'm in it. I hear planes flying, crowds screaming, money counting chains, clanking shit, I guess that's how it sound when you win it. I ain't joking, do it sound like I'm kidding. I've been making like 2,000 a minute. So high up through the clouds, I was swimming. I'm probably gon' drown when I'm in it. I bet she gon' get loud when I'm in it. And we might have a child when I'm finished. When I'm finished, when I'm finished.
And we gonna be on live.
I'm gonna be sharing. Everybody go, oh shit, y'all see her?
We gonna be on live.
She went and fell over. I'm gonna do like a roly-poly fall too.
Try to Polo G from the new ones.
What's up? Hi everybody. Oh, y'all left because I left. We'll come back.
When a man is dating, he's paying attention to everything. You want to be pursued. You want a man to pour into your cup. You want a man to invest in you financially. You want him to invest his time into you, all of his resources, all of that stuff. But what are you investing into him? Men are going to pay attention to that. What do you do to fill my cup? If I am filling your cup, what are you doing to fill my cup? I have to invest all of this into you, but society has conditioned you to the belief that you don't have to put anything into me. Let's just be real about this.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Ooh, that's a mute.
Damn, so tense. Jesus.
Oh, we back live.
If ain't nobody else gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. If I'm one of your hosts, just say that. If we just friends, just say that. If we just friends with benefits, just say that. If I'm just a one night stand, just say that. If you don't got feelings for me, just say that. If you do got feelings for me, just say that. If you wanna be more than friends, just say that. If you just want sex,
just say that. I feel that. I feel that shit right there.
I'm doing good. I'm gonna because that's kind of at the point I'm at right now. tell me what it is.
Just say that.
Well, actually, none of this.
I'm getting some say that.
You what it
just
is.
say that.
People in Arizona in general just fucking suck. I don't know why. I think it's because we're on the West Coast, so we're around a lot of South Side.
Oh baby, the
bomb
was on the East Coast, so that's
especially with
everywhere.
black girl. If you're gonna date over here, get used to the fact that a lot of black guys will not fucking like you. And if they do like black girls, they like black girls that look biracial or racially ambiguous. And therefore, I just got used to the fact that I probably won't date black guys, and I just date whoever actually genuinely likes me as a person. Other than that, I don't recommend it. If you're a black girl, don't date here. Pick somewhere else, bitch. Date in fucking Europe. Get a sugar daddy. Get a foreign guy. I don't know.
Yes, bro. Cause let me tell you, I just like the way they talk.
Man, this shit is fucking crazy. This shit is crazy.
Date you a foreigner. They'll treat you like that.
Maybe it's just the men that I'm attracting. But when I say my history out here is ass.
No.
It's
my lips is too
fucking
big.
ass.
You don't
I
pierce.
didn't.
Like that.
I'm gonna start serious about dating in Arizona, and in fact, I'm gonna tell you as
I'm not.
journey,
I mean, I don't know if I answered your question.
What it's like.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I would like.
Okay.
I like your lips.
And I promise you, there might be some more shit.
Yeah. All right, so.
If you're a black girl, can you just interact with this video so I know I'm not crazy? But I feel like if
you are absolutely correct. Try living in Arizona where there's just not a lot of black people in general, and then.
Where are you at, Arizona? Because I know I know what.
I see black people. If black men even date black women, which 90% of them don't. So most of the women here,
I wouldn't say 90.
Here come.
I see a lot of black love everywhere I go.
Sure, you either.
I would say like a cool 80% or so.
Me personally, I see a lot.
I see a lot of black love, but at the same time, it's not a lot of black men with black women. Like she said, they're biracial. They not black women.
Like I want to know. I wish that more ladies would chime in, and black women. I wish that you would chime in and tell us: do you feel that you're overlooked here in Arizona? Because, like, at the end of the day, I don't see it. I see a lot of social media. I see a lot of black women getting attention here. I'm seeing a lot of black people becoming couples and getting married and having families here.
Where?
I see that. I mean, I see it. I see it.
Are they coming from another place that they've already been a couple and they
no,
come here to live and get married?
I just seen people become friends. I just seen people hang out, become friends, become lovers, and become partners.
Maybe
I've seen it here. I've met a lot of like good women here. I met a lot of great women here. Like the stuff that I hear from black women. I mean, I love black women.
So why are you not getting married yet then?
I haven't found the one for me 100% yet. And a lot of it is my fault because I feel like I take accountability and responsibility. I still have goals and things that I want to achieve. Right. I still there's things that I want to is things I want to be. I feel I'm not financially where I want to be yet to have a family. I feel that there's a lot of things that I need to work on before I do that. But it's like it's kind of a catch-22 because it's different when somebody is with you along the journey instead of me being all that I can be and then finding the mate.
Right. Coming along at the end of your journey.
Right. I mean, I had like I said, the disgruntledness that I see in black women. I don't know if they just think that if they get a condo in Chandler and just work 2 jobs and then go to Walmart and then go home, they think they're gonna find somebody that I don't know what's in their mind. I don't know what's going on.
Say one thing.
Well, what black girl you know living in Chandler? Because that bitch is not all the way black. She in Chandler.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I know black people.
I see the people that I know, the people that I'm around. Like we love black women. We talk to black women. Now, there's a lot of guys that I know for a fact that don't date black women. Now, I can't speak for them. I really would love to have somebody come on the show that
don't like black
that don't date black women because no.
Yes,
bring me back.
Bring me back.
Because,
I want to be here.
Because it's not about bashing. It's about trying to get an understanding.
As to why they don't
exactly
black women, right?
I want to say one thing.
Yes.
The black men
being married is so overrated.
Facts. I can
it's
say
just
that.
paperwork.
Well, no, I can't say facts.
No,
I'm gonna take it back.
You're bringing white people into your relationship. And,
there's black people who sign off on the paperwork.
Guess what?
What you mean?
When it's time for you to break up with this nigga and you decided that this ain't the man of your life or this ain't the queen of your life, people do it all the time. That's why divorce is at a high rate.
it happens, but I'm saying like
this is what I'm saying. When it comes down to the point when it's time to break up with this person that you thought was the one, now you gotta go to court. And guess what you don't gotta do when you're in a relationship? You ain't gotta go to court. Guess what? You can just get the hell out and move the fuck on.
Yeah, but hold on. But when you got children involved in your family, me personally, this is my opinion, and nobody has to agree with my opinion.
Yes, sir.
I think it's extremely dysfunctional for children to have to grow up in a single parent household. It doesn't work. Society has proven that it doesn't work. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible for it to be successful, but me personally, I would want to have my children being able to see me every day, right? See their mom every day.
You've heard of people being divorced and still stay in the same home.
But that's dysfunctional, so why would you do that?
No. Let me chime in on that real quick.
I believe that's dysfunctional. I believe that if you have a child with somebody, period. If you have a child with somebody, y'all need to stick together to raise the children. I mean, call me old school, but ain't no way around it. We already see how society is.
So,
You need to show a man has to have an example on how to treat the mother. Mother has to have an example of how to treat the father. That is the part of the leadership and responsibility that needs to be embedded in the kids. You need to have masculine and feminine energy around your kids as much as possible. They have to know the difference. If they don't know the difference, they grow up confused.
So
they grow up with issues.
No, we gonna. I'm gonna have to stop you right there because now you're really going into uncharted territories. Okay, so what you're saying is that I totally get you as far as when you have two parents. You have two parents. You want your kids to grow up and see the dynamic of the man and woman and the union and all that.
Right.
But what happens when the man is an abuser? What happens when the woman has to make
that's the worst case scenario?
But you just said
that's the worst case scenario.
But you just said that if
that's the worst case scenario. This ain't no Lifetime movie. I'm talking about real life.
Right, and I'm talking about real life too. So, but what you just stated was that if there is a
ain't no abuse.
Parent,
ain't no abuse in another household. Ain't no abuse.
You weren't specific, right? Was he specific?
Nobody was. Who would advocate that?
Right, but the
who will advocate that?
A male or female don't want to be.
But the point is, he said that if you're listen. Let me finish. What I'm saying is, if there is a child in a situation where they have grown up with a one parent, just with their mother,
man, that is a feministic. That is a feminist rebuttal.
But you said
that
is a feminist rebuttal.
If you grew up in a household with one parent, then it's toxic. He didn't specify. Let me just tell you something. I grew up. Let me talk. I grew up in a one-parent household. One parent. You didn't give the specifics. I grew up in a one-parent household, and statistics say that because I didn't grow up with my father, I shouldn't know how to love. I shouldn't know, all those things that a man should. His attributes to, bringing into the household. But guess what? I'm 40 years old. I have never been to jail. I've never had. No offense to the women or nothing like that. I've never had kids or abortions and stuff, things of those natures. I've never been that statistic.
We all
so
it
doesn't matter.
It does not
matter how many people you have in your household. It matters about the strength.
Don't tell me. Look. I didn't say that. I didn't say. Hold on. I did not see. Look how defensive they get. I didn't say that it doesn't work, but I'm just saying it doesn't. It's not. That's not the way it's supposed to be. That is dysfunctional.
Who determines how it's supposed to be? Who determines that? You? Because you're the man.
No, because the universe determines that it takes a man and a woman to have a child. It takes a man and a woman to have a child.
But listen,
right?
The man planted the seed.
Right. So that means two human beings come together and form a union. All of that, leaving the household and all that dysfunction. It seems like
we just said we carry the seed.
The man carries the seed, but the woman holds the womb. What are you talking about?
He just said, which I'm standing on his words, because don't say something and try and double back because you wasn't specific. You said if a child is raised with just one parent, they are pretty much like screwed. That is not that. So go back. You did. So go back and eat your words, nigga.
No, you
go back and revise it.
I didn't say that.
You did. Statistics.
I didn't say that. I know what I said.
You just said.
I didn't say. I said. This is what I said.
Tell the people.
I said that it's not.
Comment.
There's always going to be exclusions. There's always going to be.
You didn't say that the first time, so
That's
now
what
run it back.
Say.
Now run it back and say that again for the people.
I did say that.
Say it back. Say it.
Why wouldn't I wouldn't say that?
You didn't.
I did say that.
You did not.
I did say that.
Okay. Listen,
I did say that.
So listen. At the end of the day, it don't matter if you was raised with one parent, two parents, or four.
It does matter.
It does not matter.
It's dysfunctional.
How's it dysfunctional?
Our community is dysfunctional because of thinking like that.
No,
that shit is fucking dysfunctional.
Like
We're supposed to have two parents in the fucking household taking care of a fucking kid.
He's shaking the table.
Period.
No,
I don't care what nobody say. I'm standing on that. And if you all that weirdo shit,
wait a minute.
I'm cool on that.
Listen,
it's supposed to be two parents in a household.
So what if one parent can't be there? What if something happens to the other parent? So you want us women to go out and just go out?
That's life.
But you just said it's supposed to be.
That's
life.
Listen,
life happens all the time.
Can I have the floor for a little bit?
Absolutely.
I'll say this, right? So you said, and we're not gonna go back and forth.
Yeah.
But you did say, like, in a one-parent household, the kids end up basically, essentially being fucked up.
Facts.
In most cases.
Okay.
I'm never.
Listen.
I don't generalize.
Right?
So I say in most cases.
Right.
A single parent household causes dysfunction in one way or another in most cases. So it's all good. Y'all want, for the simple fact that I said I'm telling y'all what I'm saying.
Okay.
In most cases, right? There's exceptions in every situation. There's people that don't have no parents.
So that's me.
Those people that grew up in foster care like me. All right.
Siblings.
So now look. What I'm trying to tell y'all is that me and my life experiences.
What's your experience?
Boom. That's what it is, right? That's how you should start.
No, I'm gonna say how I want to say it.
Okay.
Me and my experiences.
He said he's gonna say what he said.
You know what I'm saying? I feel personally that it's dysfunctional for people to have children and don't raise them together because it's doomsday.
But that's not necessarily
because especially if you want a man to be a provider, be the leader, and everything, don't you want, just like you said, a man has to make sure he loves his mother. He has to treat his mother right? But what about the father? Don't you want to know what the father done? Don't he want to have a strong father to be example? Oh, I got niggas that don't know how to change a tire. I got niggas that don't know how to fix this. That is the dysfunction that's the dysfunction that we're talking about.
All the time.
We need the leadership of the man. Without the man, it ain't no society.
Hold on, let her talk.
I'm going to let her talk. That's what she here for.
You want to fight?
You want to fight?
Pour me some more champagne.
Let's get it.
Go ahead,
That's what we're here for, though.
Damn, I didn't forget what the hell I was gonna say. Tim, no, I'm just okay. So I'll say this, right? So although I don't think that I don't think nobody, and I'm not speaking for all women, but a lot of them, I don't think that they want to go into a relationship or have a baby and be like, you know what? It ain't gonna work out.
Mm-hmm.
Some people in relationships have that baby and be like, you know what, I just used you for having a baby. But I don't think that nobody wants to be in something dysfunctional and be like, you know what,
right.
I want my child to not have a father. Like I absolutely do not agree
How
with
do
that.
you explain it for the women that keep the kid's son, the kid's father?
Can't even see the kids.
Yeah.
So wait, now you're talking about that's two different situations.
No, I mean,
let's go.
Wait, let her finish.
Right? But I will speak for this, right? My mama was a single parent, right?
Right.
Raised me and my brothers. My brothers, you know what I mean? For the most part, they damn good men and they take care of the kids. You know what I mean? My mama didn't expect to be without her husband. My mama didn't expect for their relationship not to work out. My mama didn't expect for my father to not want to take care of us. But that's the shit that happened, right? And this happens with so many women. You're putting it off on a woman like she chooses to be a single parent. It's not. It's always.
No.
It's always. Yeah, that's what you said. It's always.
No,
just
I'm
wait,
not putting nothing on no female.
Let her
I'm
talk.
talking about in general, but go ahead.
Right? So, I say that to say, nobody in a relationship chooses to, okay, you know what, we're going to have this baby and then this man going to leave me. Okay, we're going to have this baby and then this man, God forbid, passes away. Okay, he goes to jail. But these are the circumstances that happen, and this is why a lot of black women don't have, you know what I mean, fathers in the household. And I say that to say I'm always 50-50, right? I understand, you know what I mean, that you want a 2-parent household. I didn't have that, right? I have my issues with my father. I have all of that shit that stems there. I feel like a lot of times it's in my relationships of how the fact that I had lack of my father. So you know what I mean? Would I have liked to have been raised by both parents? Yes. Did it happen? No. But was my mama a strong woman? Yes. Did I turn out good? Yes. Did her sons turn out good? Yes. My mama made damn sure that her sons take care of what they need to take care of. My brothers are not deadbeats. You know what I mean? My brother, and then that's another statistic. My brother didn't have a father in the household. My brother has all 4 of his kids with his one woman, but people don't, you know what I mean? You gotta have this, you gotta have that. My other brother take care of his daughter. My other brother take care of their son. And they do that because of how strong my mama is and how my mama's like, no, you gonna take, and you know what I mean? It's not necessarily my brothers. They just wanted to be better men than their fathers. So I say that to say, and this is a lot in the situation. A lot of black men, especially now, you know what I mean? They choose to want to be better than their fathers. But the parents that we had, wasn't there. The fathers that we had in the 80s wasn't there. In the 90s, they didn't want to take care of the kids. But the black men now, and I'm giving all black men accolades because I see so many black men in their children's life, and they don't give a damn. They're going to fight you for it. So, yes. So I say that to say, and a lot of those black men didn't have father figures, didn't have 2-parent households, but they decided to be a better man than their father. So with that being said,
but let me add
how
this.
the fuck did they end up not turning out?
I'm gonna add this because just because they became better people don't mean that they were not affected by their father.
Of course, but you're gonna get based off of that trauma anyway.
Yeah.
Like regardless, you're gonna have that trauma.
Yeah, anybody's gonna be affected.
I have that trauma. I have that hurt from my dad.
But what he's saying with the dad not being in the house, it does.
What he said specifically was that
No. You trying to put words in my mouth.
No. I said specifically what you said was if you grew up in a 1-parent household. That
9 times out of 10.
That's not what you said at first, bro.
Most of the time.
You valid back. That's okay.
being a young boy before and becoming a man, you know that, nigga, it affects you not to have a man in the house or some form of way.
Of course.
But, of course, having a strong mom, and, you know what I'm saying, and knowing what you should do.
It
you know what I'm saying?
Does. But that's not what he just said.
Yeah.
He just said that shit that if you...
But imagine how stronger we would be as men.
Exactly.
We had the man in the house.
So I get what you're saying, but to say that if you grew up in a one-parent household...
She's taking one point and just running
because
with it.
No, because you just ran it through. That's what
with
you're saying.
And I always say that to say...
We're all saying the same thing. Well, listen what Stick's saying.
No, he's not.
You're going to take it and just running with it.
He's not saying
I
what you
say
just
that
said.
because I said with the one-parent household, I deal with my own trauma. I deal with a lot of failed relationships. And a lot of times I have to self-reflect myself because I go back to... Like, I'm not disagreeing with him fully, but I am disagreeing with him. I'm not saying that that's not what... Like, that's what we all want. You know what I mean? Everybody wants that white picket fence, the two families, to be married, to be married until the day you die. Like, we all want that. But the circumstances that we have, it just doesn't happen, right?
Why?
So would that be...
Why? If that's what we all want, why is the circumstances like that?
For life happens. You don't. Everybody's different situation. You don't know what's going to happen down the road. You could be married, have that great life, and then guess what? Boom, your dad either owned drugs, or your dad then passed away, or whatever, and then you're left with a one-parent household. It doesn't
so. And everybody's fighting their own demons. Everybody's dealing with their all traumas. Nobody. There's no book of life that has. You know what I mean? There's no book of life out there that if this happens, this happens.
Right.
Shit happens. People who love each other for 25, 50 years, love each other, decide that this ain't it. You know what I mean? It's just life. That's what happens sometimes. It's unfortunate, but that is exactly what happens. And I say that to say, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what my situation is. I want to meet the man of my life. I want to fall in love. I want to be married, right?
Right.
I want to have my kids, and I want us to live and then die together. You know what I mean? Like Awesome Notebook shit. Right. But is that going to happen? I don't know. Like, I don't know what the future holds. Or I honestly, I don't know, right? But I'm not going to sit here and say that just because my man and us didn't work out and I'm taking care of our kid, or he decided one day that this wasn't what it was, because sometimes men and women, this is the same. Deal with their own trauma, and sometimes it gets too heavy for them. And sometimes, mental illness, it's real, right? So sometimes you decide you want to just check out, and I don't want to do this shit no more. Like that, the dancer dude who just killed himself, right? He left her to be a single mom. She didn't think that was going to happen, but shit, that's what happened, right? And with that doesn't stop. That doesn't mean that, and this is just the worst scenario ever, but that doesn't mean that one day her kids won't deal, or they won't heal, and they won't become just the most awesome people that they can possibly become. It doesn't mean that. It just means that, you know what I mean, they got a lot of reflecting to do, a lot of therapy, a lot of things that they need to work on, you know what I mean? And then it's going to make them a better person. I feel like every day, especially with me, with relationships, I just had a moment where I was dealing with mental illness, and I stemmed back from shit that was going on, from just like, damn, did my father love me, or did he not, or like,
man,
you know
I'm
what I
glad
mean?
that you said that.
We just had a comment.
A lot of people think that it's only a black male thing to have mental illness.
Yeah.
And you,
and I was struggling,
mentally
right?
ill.
I was struggling, like I was not okay. I was depressed. You know what I mean? Like, and it took a relationship, and it wasn't necessarily the person. The person in the relationship wasn't necessarily a bad person. It was a situation that we went through, and it was our breaking up moment. And with our breaking up moment, he triggered a lot of shit that was going on with me that had nothing to do with him. He was just the trigger. It had shit that stemmed back from when I was a little girl, and just the love or the lack of love from a male, or you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, I had so much of a strong woman in my life. I had so much of a good ass mom that, you know, I turned out fine. Sometimes, shout out to my mama, I love you. You know,
man, this dialogue is awesome.
It is awesome.
It is awesome.
It's always therapeutic. You know, I write too. Like, sometimes I tap into my emotions, and I type and I write just to help me deal with my own traumas and stuff like that. But like I said, like, you know, mental illness is real, and then a lot of times people are not even necessarily focused on the trauma that's right at the surface. It's deep down within, and a lot of people in relationships, situationships, whatever, you know what I mean? It takes one thing to trigger it, and then you're like, fuck, I'm depressed. What the fuck's going on? Why do I not feel like this? You know what I mean? And it stems down to, maybe I didn't have that love for that father or that mother, or maybe they didn't give it to me, or maybe I was raised from my grandparents, or maybe I was in a foster care, and maybe I felt like I wasn't loved, or maybe I felt like this. But that doesn't stop your path from being the most awesome person that you
absolutely.
And it doesn't mean that, you know what I mean, if I decide, if my kid, or therefore I'm a single parent, it doesn't mean that my child won't be the best person that he can be, or she can be,
because they can
you
still
know what
be
I mean?
a great person with or without. But it's just a harder struggle. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you feel like, based on your experience and the things that the child situation, maybe it was raised, do you feel like there's a void there? Does it feel like there's something missing? Does it feel like
So I'll say this, right? So we're, you know, they say that people who are not raised by women who are not raised by their families, or their fathers, that they can't love and they can't do this and they can't do that, right?
Right.
But I'm a very open to love. I've loved before. You know what I mean? Like I said, you know, that masculine, oh, she masculine. I'm not. I'm very feminine. You know what I mean? I don't come off to you. You're not going to be like, oh, she's super, super. No. But I know what I want. You know what I mean? Especially in a relationship. And the fact that I don't have a father, or the fact that I've seen my mama in some situations, made me know what I don't want in a family. Made me decide that at my age, at 36 years old, that I don't want a man who don't want to be a part of my kid's life. I don't want a man who, like, it makes you see things differently. Now, what I will say,
you want to raise, it makes you want to. So basically, you're agreeing with what I'm saying. After after you go through a certain amount of trauma in your life, and you go through and you feel that void, you say, you know what? I want something better for my kids.
But see,
I don't want to have to deal. I don't want to deal with the dysfunction that I had to deal with growing up.
But you're saying basically that
it is dysfunction.
See, here we go, kid. Here we go. You're basically saying that a single person, like a single parent, decides one day, oh, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna do it by myself. There's some people
We're
like
not
that.
judging anybody's circumstances.
There are some people that just wanted to have a baby and was like, you know what? At 36 with no kids, I'm not gonna say. I thought about it. I'm like, you know what?
They're out there.
And then Bombay came with his broke ass asking me for lunch money. I said, this ain't it. I don't want to have a baby by anybody.
Throw this in the air too. There's so many black women that will bash the black man.
But that's not, you say so many, but it's
they bash the black man so bad
you say
in front
that,
of their kids.
But I have so many.
It changes even their sons' perspectives about men.
Coming from a black woman with black friends and has nothing but black women access, I don't see that. I see some women, some rare, some women, yeah, they feel that way. But I know so many people that are like, no, I don't talk about this situation about what I got going on with my kid's father in front of my kids. You know what I mean? Right. My mama, she didn't let us know none of that. We seen it being kids growing up, just seeing stuff. But you know what I mean? Like, you're saying black women, but that's like if I all assume that all black men is deadbeats, and that's not ever the case. Then that's the reverse of you saying that all black women.
There's a high percentage of black women that believe black men ain't shit.
I mean, it's a high percentage of black men that believe black women ain't shit either, and that's why they date white women.
I don't believe black men don't think
that's you. That's your opinion. So let me just say this, okay? Let me just say this because this kind of pertains to me.
Man, we in the heat a lot, man.
Right.
Men is always in the heat. True
but
enough,
we're unprotected
because we are the leaders. Shit, of course the heat is gonna be on you. You the head coach and shit. Your team losing.
But guess who's the number one? Who's killing these women? Black men are killing our black women.
black men is the top leader of
killing
black
each
women.
other.
And
Yes.
domestic violence, yeah.
Yes, and DV. Yes, it is. I say that to say this. Let me just.
Is these real statistics, man?
No, it really
the
is.
Truth is ugly. I hate
It really
that.
is.
We got Google. Somebody Google it.
Listen.
We need to hear the statistics.
Hold on.
man.
Let me say this really quick because this is why I say what I just said. So today is a very, very, very special day for me. Okay, it's very. I can't say special. It is special, whatever. But it's a very hard day for me because today is the day that my mom was murdered right in front of me. Okay, so I was raised in a single parent household. I had my mom. My father had already passed away, in which before he did, he beat my mom when we was kids. He passed away, however, I don't know, I was younger, okay? My mother raised me and 4 other of my siblings, 5 kids, okay? Great household. When I tell you there was love all up and through there, we may have been raised in the hood, but we was great.
Yeah.
Okay, we had no complaints. I knew no difference between being poor and rich. All right. So when she did bring in another black man, which however they did, in the 80s or whatever the case, 90s, whatever, back then they smoked their cigarettes, drank they drinks, and they dated, and whether that person was married or not, they dated. But however, she brought this black man in. He was great, and guess what he did? He murdered my mother in front of me. In return, tried to murder me and my siblings. Okay, so
and that would change your life.
Listen.
That would definitely change your life.
It changed my life, but guess what? It changed my life in a way of now. Yes, I am very particular as to who I date. I know how to see certain signs, but guess what? It didn't change the way I loved. It didn't change the fact that I love who I love. It didn't change the fact that I even have love in me, because it's very easy for something like that to happen to a child and say, I hate black men. I hate black people. I hate this. I hate that. And guess what? So statistically, I grew up in a single parent household, which was quite normal. Quite normal for me. It wasn't fucked up. It wasn't screwed up. It wasn't weird. It was nothing, because you want to know why? My mother showed me love as to how I should be loved from every single parent. I had my grandfather there, so it didn't make no difference whether I had a father or not. I had a grandfather to show me a man's love. Why? Because he loved his daughter, and he made sure that he showed his daughter every single day what love was, and in return, he showed us how a man should love a woman, regardless to whether if they relationship-wise. I saw a man and a woman who loved each other, and in return. Yeah, growing up, I'd have been through a few relationships as anybody would do, but it's still, at the end of the day, I have love in my heart. I have love for people. I have love for black men. I have, what I'm saying? So it didn't change. So, and I get what you're saying, where, yes, it's idealistically, you want the best for your kids. You want a father, and you want a mother and all that. But where I'm at right now in my life, about to be 40 years old, where I don't have time for this new age bullshit, I have an opportunity, and sometimes I think to myself, yes, I can go out and have a kid, or however, because nowadays you can have kids all kind of ways, and I have an option. Do I want to raise up my kid by myself because I know that I have that in me? No, I'm not a man, and I'm not going to try and give that man perspective, but guess what? I have 4 brothers. But guess what? I have other men that love me and other men that can step in when I can't. So nowadays, no, you don't necessarily have to have a man to complete your household. All you need is fucking love. You need respect. You need to be there and just show that child how to be, the ways to go in life. Because at the end of the day, whether you have a mother or father, guess how many of these kids got mothers and fathers that end up to be serial killers?
I hear you, but it's so crazy that a woman can say, we don't need a man.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say we don't need. I didn't say we don't need. I'm not saying we don't need. I said I have an option. I have there's options. I'm not saying we don't need.
Disagree on that theory.
I'm thinking like as a man, what if I had a mentality like, damn, I don't need a woman.
But it's not about whether you need or not. Sometimes you have to set yourself up as if, okay, well, what if this man, what if I do have a man right there, and if something happens where I no longer have this man, I still got to be able to raise this child and still hold this shit down and still do whatever I got to do. You know what I'm saying? So like I said,
you're talking about extreme.
It's not extreme though.
Circumstances.
But it's not though, because it happens all the time.
It happens a lot.
So frequently.
Because the black man is under attack in so many different ways.
But black women are unprotected all the time. We get thrown in the
But
mud
how
more
can
than
you
y'all
want protection
do.
if
we
you
get
don't
thrown in the
want
mud
to
by
give
black
submission?
men
all the time. Like the whole thing, and I don't want to go with this because it's not my situation. But the whole situation with Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez and how they ripped that girl apart for him to be found not guilty. But how when Johnny Depp, what's the girl's name? Johnny Depp and his ex-wife
DJ G4. Every pride needs a Lion King.
Before when she had just spoke about
it's a balance
when she had just said
G4, I see you, baby.
When she had just said, oh, like before they went to court and everything, and he filed for defamation. But when she was like, oh, he did this to me, he did that to me, everybody's like coming out, oh my God, oh, cancel Johnny Depp, blah, 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 this. But the same shit when Megan Thee Stallion said, oh, he shot me in my foot, had proof that the motherfucker shot her in the foot. And they ran that poor girl through the dirt. And I'm not saying, I don't know nobody's situation.
It wasn't solid evidence.
It wasn't solid. She not solid.
But you say that, but people are going off a white woman's word. Off of her word. She didn't have no evidence, nothing either. She just said, you know what? He beat me. And that's what I'm talking about black women not being protected. We get crucified more than anybody else. And people, like, if I were to do something right now, people would throw me in the mud. Why? Because I'm a black woman. And then black men would not protect me. I'm not saying personally, because I got brothers, I got cousins, I got a whole lot of family, so they gonna get it in. But I'm saying, in those situations, it's a lot of black men that, oh, you know what, this, that, and that. But like other races, they stick to their own. You don't see them bad mouthing their own.
You don't see them get divorced. You don't see them in much of single family households.
You can't say that, but
you don't see that. And I'm telling you,
you do kind of hold up. Don't take that back too, because you do call they call they women sluts and whores too. Shit.
But they take care of their families. They take care of their women.
They do take care of their women.
They take care of their women.
You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like, and I say this with the black community because it irritates me so much sometimes. We're so divided.
Right.
And it's crazy how we would just do so many awesome things if we were together. And I see this because I see like the whole situation with like colorism and everything like that. And you know what I mean? And a lot of times it's like, oh, this girl's dark skin, blah 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 this, blah 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 that. But then a lot of times it's dark skinned girls not liking light skinned girls just off the jump because they're light skinned. And so it's like vice versa, and it's never fair like to either one of them. And I hate colorism so much because I feel like black women are just the most beautiful beings on this planet.
True.
And for the life of me, I just don't understand why. And I know why.
Because it's social engineering.
It goes back to systematic racism. And it goes back to slavery and house nigga and the field nigga. It goes back to all that stuff. But it's just like the amazing things that we would do as black people.
DJ G4, what you got? Go ahead and read that out.
Could be that other cultures just keep their personal lives in their homes and not in the
That's not true. And I can state that because I've lived in so many different places, i.e. I just came back from living in Japan for 3 years.
Okay.
3 years. So that statement, no.
How
they are very out loud with loving their woman. You know what I'm saying? Like it has nothing to do with that at all. Because other
so they have culture. They have a culture of loving.
They love their
countries.
So they love their women. They love. Oh shit!
I know.
Let's go.
Let's go there.
And I'll say this because I know.
Are black men different overseas versus American black men?
There is. It is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They.
Oh, this is where we
going. The women over there glorify black men. So I say that to say they glorify them in a way of technically using them because they want to come back to the United States. Let's just keep it real. Okay. So they glorify them over there. They treat them like kings because they want to get married and come over here, get their green cards and all that. I can say that because I know that I lived in a certain country for years. You know what I'm saying?
They glorify their men.
No, black men. They glorify black men. But at the same time, in another culture or in another country, they love their men. They love their family. They have just love in general. They don't disrespect. They are not out here, 4, 5, 6 different women, girlfriends. They ain't doing that type of shit because they have culture and they have their family. Right. Whereas I feel here in the States, we have culture, but we have a whole lot of cultures. Everybody is some of every kind of culture. We're a melting pot. So everybody has their own idea of how they should do things and how they should, their religion and how they should treat a man. And, it's a melting pot versus overseas where it's kind of like, no, you're going to respect your man, your family and all of those things of that nature. So it is a huge difference.
Right.
I also say that to say this, like, when we're talking about men, and we have my question about, like, American men versus, like, other black men. And I just feel like they treat you differently. Like, other black men culturally treat you differently than American black men. And it's so sad, and I hate to say it, right? But, a lot of Americans, men, don't want to marry. And they don't want to be with somebody or whatever like that. But if you date African or Jamaicans or like...
They want to marry you, your sister, your cousin, and your auntie, and your auntie's wife.
And it's not necessarily because
they want to marry everybody.
It's not necessarily because they want to put it on like a green card or whatever like
polygamy.
That. They just believe in but that's not true though, because a lot of them are Christians and a lot of them believe in one woman.
I gotta stop you there. I have to stop you there when it comes.
Not every culture.
When it comes to that Caribbean culture. Caribbeans, I know because I know that culture very, very well.
They're different. Okay,
when we talk about the Caribbean culture, okay, let's go there. All right,
let's go there.
Okay, so when we talk about the Caribbean culture, it is their culture, and it's okay for them in their country to have multiple women. So when they come to the States, it is different for them because us as Americans, we are not. That's not our culture. So they think. They can have their wives back home, and it's okay for them to date us, and then have multiple wives and multiple women, and we're supposed to be okay because let's just keep it real. A lot of Caribbean men, they hustle, they got money, so they feel like they can throw money at you. They feel like you're gonna just go what they do, go with whatever they go. So when I say overseas, for me, yes, okay, Jamaica and all that, that's fine. But when I lived in Japan, that's totally different. Where their culture is different over there, where they have loyalty, they love. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I'm not saying the Caribbean men don't love their women, but I'm gonna tell you this: the Caribbean love their Caribbean women way more than they do their American women. So they also treat us American women. Yes, they may in our face, oh baby, I love you, and blah blah blah. But guess what? They still got wives back home that they still rocking with at the same time. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's still, girl.
I'm seeing a pattern here. I'm seeing a pattern based on what she said. Dawn said that her experience with American men is way more lackluster than it is with
let me
hold on. Let me finish my
just a little bit. But yeah, go ahead.
Let me finish my thought, and then I'll let you double back.
Go ahead.
Then, right? Tiff say that the Caribbean men have respect for their homeland women than American women. Is it a thing where it seems like Americans are being social engineered to be self-centered and independent? Like, is it like, because Black America has been through a whole lot.
She also stated one more thing. She said that black woman worshiped that man over there. Oof. They ain't worshiping them no niggas over here.
Not black women. The foreign woman worships the black man.
But see, that's not true. Because
but for a She's trying to get your ass to come back.
Yeah.
So whether it's for love or not,
So
you know.
the camera went out, fam. Camera went out, fam. I don't know what I did.
Let me clarify what I'm saying, right? So when I'm talking
let
about,
me go to the bathroom.
when I'm talking about like,
It went out.
Oh, hold on. Oh, the camera came off.
No, we still in it.
Oh,
We still in there. We good in there.
Oh, you got it. You want me to lift up?
We still in there. No, we still in there. I'm supposed to tap back in. No trip. Yeah,
Man.
so go ahead, man. What, you want me to slap some music real quick?
Yeah, let's slap some music. Let's try to get that Polo G commercial rolling too.
Okay.
Hi, Carl.
This song is dedicated to all of the ladies.
Absolutely fantastic.
From all of the men. You know what I mean? Simply because y'all go through so much. And we want y'all to know that we recognize that. There are so many answers to the question what y'all do for us. And so many reasons for the word why we love on y'all. For instance, how you just take us and lift us up. Give us chance after chance and we still find a way to F things up. And sometimes y'all go and blame yourself for the things we do. Cause you love us so much our lies become the truth. Y'all try so hard to make things work. Finding a way to smile just to keep from showing you hurt. Your mind versus your heart versus it's your soul versus and that's why I love the word woman. Oh, I love. Y'all are so tough. Y'all put up with so much. And y'all so full of trust. And besides, y'all know us. Yes, sir. Time and time again, y'all let us back in. Man, I love y'all so much, I gotta spell it out. WOMAN. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Sometimes I think that we're the reason why y'all be stressing out and smoking cigarettes. Yes, I do. And sometimes I think we're the reasons y'all be snapping off on your kids and having fits. Somebody feel me. Ladies, when it's the time of the month and y'all really don't feel like being bothered. And sometimes we take your hearts for granted. I know y'all gotta ask yourself sometimes, why do I even put up with it? It's your versus our bullshit, yeah. Now, that's why that I love the word, yeah. Cause y'all are so tough, and you put up with so much. And y'all so full of trust, and besides y'all know us. Time and time again, let us back in. And I love you so much, I've gotta spell it out.
$10 off your ticket.
Fellas, just swallow your pride for a minute and grab your lady by the hand and sing. Baby, I'm sorry for the drama that I caused. Y'all are the backbone of every family, as much as true. Sing, recognize in a and I appreciate every single one of you. Yes, I do. I will show my promise to love y'all, yeah, with all of my might, yeah. I'll even burn a candlelight because we are here because y'all paid a price, and that's why I love. Oh, I love the one woman. Oh, y'all put up with so much, yeah. And you're so full of trust. And y'all know us, yes, sir. You're so survivors, yeah. All the love battles. Sisters, y'all cook our meals. Y'all wash our clothes. Y'all are the love seeds planted in our souls. When I think about the woman, I just get joyful.
have a lot to offer to the people, man. I think this is so powerful. This was just real. We didn't get too far with it. You know what I mean? We was able to help some people. We was able to touch some souls out there in a positive fashion. And I just think this is real dope. You know what I mean? So, but we will definitely talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think life is always what you make it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get to the
negotiations. To come around this thing, because all this ass ain't gonna fit on here next time either.
We gonna accommodate that booty. We got you.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? While we making demands, I want us to have somebody on here that don't date black women. I mean, I want that man that date others. It don't have to be white. It has to be any. It can be anything. You just, I want to talk to. Man, where you at? I want to talk to you.
Let me know so I can have my whole list down when you bring me on.
That's what I want to hear it. That's it.
I mean, everybody has a right to their preference.
No, that's why I want to know.
Everybody has me personally. I don't mind getting cussed out.
Me neither. Shit.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't mind it. I can take it. I'm from the street. I done been through it all. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna need a strong woman. I want a woman that's gonna be able to motivate me, and I want a God-fearing woman because without God as the foundation, we have nothing. That's me personally. You know what I'm saying? So, European teachers of African men is 5,000. What G4 say?
What did he say? He said something about
He said Europeans what? What did he say about the Europeans?
He said the European teachers of African men is 5,000% different than the teachings taught in America.
Absolutely.
Right, absolutely. So, yeah, like I've met some wonderful women here. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, as a man, every relationship that didn't work out was my fault. I'm gonna take responsibility. I wasn't. You know what I mean? Like I done had some beautiful women. Now were they from Arizona? Most of them wasn't.
Nope.
Right?
Everybody I dated was.
Most of them wasn't.
The person I did try to date from Arizona, he was weird
like,
as shit.
But I've been blessed to meet some incredible women here, and I love the black woman. Like when I'm at First Friday American Legion, I love being around my black people. I love being around my queens.
You better say that shit.
I understand the black woman's plight. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I just want us to be more understanding of each other. Yeah. And once we're more understanding of each other, then we can be able to build something, because we have to understand that there's a problem first. And when we understand there's a problem first, and the problem first is a bunch of social engineering, social media engineering, and then it's a bunch of dysfunction that we've been so desensitized to, we don't even know it's dysfunction.
Yeah. It's a normality.
I also think that, this is my opinion about men and women, I think that we were never made to understand each other or even like each other for that matter.
Not made to have babies.
But we need each other.
We do.
It's a different, you know what I mean? Regardless, I was having a conversation with somebody I was talking to, and I said, regardless of whatever in any relationship, you're always gonna be with somebody. It's always gonna be hard. You're always, you know what I mean? There's no perfect relationship or no easy, smooth sailing relationship. But you know what I mean? You got to think about, well, is there good, better times, or is it red flags, like I should really leave this person alone? And I feel like if we understand that every day we not always gonna like each other, we not always gonna see eye to eye for each other, but as long as we keep fighting, keep making this fire burn, or whatever the case is, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people give up on relationships, and I feel like sometimes you don't need to give up. You just don't understand each other. You just need to have that communication. You need to understand, look, nigga, we not liking each other right now. We don't see eye to eye with each other right now. You know what I mean? But I care about you this much for us to just keep building this fire or keep figuring what this is. And I feel like that is why relationships last 2 to 3 business days.
First of all, I just want to say, Ken, is it Ken?
It's
What Ken say?
DJ T4.
What did Ken say?
What does Halle Berry got to do with this? Okay.
What did he say
Talk
about Halle Berry?
Are we not considering Halle Berry to be toxic? I don't even know the Halle Berry story.
Halle Berry is in a happy relationship, actually, right now at this moment, with a black man, and they've been together for a good time. And she's been keeping her business in the quiet. So don't be throwing Halle Berry up in here because she got her a man.
Halle Berry.
Nah, Halle Berry messed up when she went with Marcus.
Halle Berry is a toxic.
Hey, Stick. Halle Berry messed up when she went with Marcus. Remember that? You should have brought your ass home last night.
Oh,
that's what she blew it. That's what she blew it.
You know what? On that note, it's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen.
It's my bedtime, matter of fact.
What the hell?
I had to slide that in there, but
What the hell
anyway.
Marcus got to do?
Listen, go to bed. Go to bed.
If Halle Berry could get cheated on, any woman could get cheated on.
Anybody can get cheated on.
David Justice was married to Halle Berry, and he cheated on that.
It don't fucking matter. It don't matter. It's some fine ass women that's not celebrities that get cheated on all the time. It don't matter.
It's women.
The point
It
is,
doesn't matter.
The point is, it don't matter.
Y'all think with y'all dick at the end of the day. That's what it is. You think with your dick, and then you in social media, and y'all see all kind of pictures and shit like that. But it's so funny how a nigga be like, oh, you're beautiful. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to wear makeup. You don't have to do nothing. But then his whole timeline be all these naked bitches. But as soon as you do it, why you wearing that? Why you doing this? Well, nigga, I'm trying to be like the bitches you watching and stalking on Instagram shit, nigga. Let's keep it real. Let's keep that shit real.
Makeup, you like, damn, you told me I didn't need my eyebrows. This bitch got all kinds of
No, I'm gonna tell you right
eyebrows.
now. So let just go. I'm gonna keep it all real, right? So I dated this one dude, and yeah, he made. I know he like little white girls, whatever. But underneath, like I wear my little wigs, cause I like to switch it up all the time. But I have natural locks. So for me, dating is different because I see the difference in however I come out. If I come out natural with my locks, I already don't wear makeup. That's not my thing. But if I come out with a wig on, long or something, I get a different type of man versus if I come out with my natural locks. I'm like, damn, nigga, can I just put, I'm single. By the way, I'm single. I'm 40, about to be 40 in November, and I'm single. So if anybody, But, yeah, so.
Going out there real quick.
Yes.
Date them all.
Yeah, date them all. But no, so I see a difference in how I come out. And, it's like men have their preferences, and that's cool. But it's kind of like, bro, if you with me, but you want me to be all down in the pits, but then you got all these supermodels and shit with their titties all lifted and bikinis, but then let me jump on social media with my titties lifting my ass, and you want to jump on my case. What you doing? Oh, you fucking a nigga. Oh, you doing this already?
Why you posting like that? Like, why you got, like, I got that too. Why you got to show your ass all the time?
Now, you know you met me in Cancun with my ass out. Now you want me to be Mona Lisa. Okay?
Put your nine hat on.
Right? Now you want me to cover up in a shawl.
Dress. Like, what the fuck? I wasn't in a moo dress when you met me at the club.
Right? Make up your mind.
You was a nun now.
I'm a nun.
Well, let's talk a little bit about solutions. We talked about a whole lot of problems, a whole lot of dysfunction, and stuff like that. Don, you said date them all. That's your solution, or what?
I'll say this: date until you find somebody that's worthy of you to cut off everybody else. Date them all, sis. Date everybody. Go on all them dates. Court this one, court that, and even when you start liking somebody, don't stop. Keep dating and keep continuing that, because at the end of the day, when it's a thing there and y'all it's official, then boom, that's when you stop dating. But until you keep dating, date them all, sis. You still single until you is married, and that is what I will say. Date them all, sis.
But let me ask you.
Oh God.
Okay, communication, right?
Yes.
When you first meet a guy,
Mm-hmm.
okay, what is it that will ever make you ghost the guy or don't want to respond to his text?
Bad breath.
Ooh, okay. a guy that's too needy.
And what's that mean?
A guy like when you instantly meet him, it's like, damn, like, can I get some air? He's like, hey, how's it doing? How you going? Hey, how was your day? Hey, what's going on with this? Hey, I see you over here. Hey, what's this? And it's like, damn, nigga, this is 10 messages, and it's only been an hour.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel a little special.
No. I'm saying that to say,
this might be Prince Charming.
I like
he is inquisitive.
I like the dude to ask me how everything's going. I like the dude to ask me how my day is. I like the dude to make me feel special. I don't like somebody who is needy, meaning they call you all the time, like they can't breathe without you. And
but he loves you.
No. And y'all just met. Like, y'all just met. It's okay to gradually go into that. And then, like, a good morning text. I love a good morning text. A how is your day? I love a how is your day. But, like, constantly calling me, like, if you can't get in contact with me, or, like, kind of, like, blowing up my phone, and it was kind of like, I just gave you my number, like, 5 minutes ago. Why are you calling me so much?
I don't know. Because if I really like you, I want you to blow me up. But if I don't like you, nigga, I'm going to back off.
Right, because
and I'm not saying that. Like, I love
really
communication.
Like him, you do want him to call you.
I love communication. I'm not saying that I don't love communication. I love somebody to communicate with me. I don't like somebody who I feel like, bruh, I just gave you my number. You just called me 10 times.
If you're talking to somebody and he don't communicate to you in 24 hours.
No. I don't want. No.
That means you didn't like me for real.
That means I'm for the street. Right. That's what that means. But no, I'm not saying like because I feel like
she said it.
Hey,
wow.
Nigga don't go all in 24 hours. He for the streets.
Listen, because I've been a person who let somebody have too much access to me and was in my life for way longer than it should have been, and they was giving me that type of disrespect, not calling me in a day, or not calling me in 2 days, or not calling me in 3 days. So I'm not saying that to say that I don't want a good morning text, and I don't want you to check on me all day, but I want to feel like, damn, do you have something to do? Like, why are you reaching out to me?
You got a job?
Right? Why are you reaching out to me 23 hours in the day?
I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
I want you to text me every hour, nigga.
You don't got a job? And I'm just saying, like I don't want to hear like, okay, this is a scenario, right? This is a scenario. Like,
text me every hour, nigga.
We just had a conversation. Yeah, see, I don't want that. We just had a conversation. It's like, oh, well, what you about to do? Oh, I'm at work right now. Oh, okay.
I'm like, you gonna ask me, do I need some
45 minutes later. Oh, what you doing right now? Motherfucker, I just I was at work. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's different. That's somebody that's somebody who ain't got no time.
That's
they
what I'm
shit on their
saying.
hand.
That's like
now listen,
that's
you can text me. You can text me every hour on. I don't give a damn. I mean, you can work, do whatever. I'm like, okay, you text me. Hey, how you doing? Just checking in on you. Just saying, hey, that makes me.
Yeah, and I like that. Like, I like to feel special.
You fucking with me.
You fucking with me because
I'm with her.
Because it takes time. It takes effort. Yeah. No, it don't have to be. What you doing? Because at that point, I'm like, nigga, I just told you what I was doing. Like, I'm at work. But it's a, hey, I was just thinking about you.
Yeah.
Or,
like
hey,
that.
whatever.
See?
Yeah, text me. Because if you not texting me.
Stalkerish.
Yeah, if you.
So it matters what you saying versus.
Yeah, it matters like what are you doing? Like, I don't want nobody, and I don't want nobody to be too available, but I want them to be available. If that makes sense. It's complicated. But it makes sense. Right? Because I have shit to do. I work, you know what I mean? I have stuff to do. It's going to be times where I can't always reach you. And if you're flipping out and I'm not
because they texting
I can't communicate with you. Like that's a turnoff.
Doing double shifts.
That's a turn. Right. That's a turn off to me. But I feel like like a nice little quick text, like hey, how you doing? Hey, good morning. And then like throughout the day, okay, cool. But like every bam, and then you like calling me and everything like that, and it's like, bro, like okay, chill out. And this is like I'm talking about. This ain't nobody I've been gradually talking to. This motherfucker I just met like at the club the other day.
Oh hell no.
You know what I'm
trying to be controlling from the.
Was he African?
No.
Well, hey.
Listen, all fun and jokes. It's all fun and games. names and all that, because I love all my people, Caribbeans, Americans. I love my people, but the Africans, they be a little persistent.
I be on it.
But you know what? I've had actually good experiences with, and I haven't dated like a lot of African men, but I have dated a few. I've dated like I won't go into how many I've dated, but I have dated a few, and I do like the way that they treated me. And those are the ones I actually dated. That's not like the person I gave my number to, and then they like calling me because I have some of them too. Like, oh, I'm about to block you because this is what we're not finna do. You're not about to cheat. Well, what are you doing? Well, why can't you answer your phone? Like the
nigga, do you pay my bill?
Did I just give you my number?
Why can't I?
You know what I mean? But like, you know, I won't say like.
That's too kind of possessive. The first
because
day.
Possessive, yes.
Yeah, you showing qualities that you're a possessive motherfucker.
An African man showed me how I want to be treated.
They treat him like a queen.
In a sense, he showed me that I don't just want nobody who's just gonna Netflix and chill. Like, I want a motherfucker that's gonna take me out on dates. I want somebody who's just gonna make me feel good about myself. And I would say that, you know what I mean? I've been on, and that's why I go where I talk about Americans and Africans and stuff like that. That motherfucker treated me like a queen. Opens my car door for me, opens my the door for me, puts my jacket on, helped me buckle up my shoes. I didn't have to ask for anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, treated me like I was just top of the line. Like no matter what. Now, they be whores.
And they possessive of a motherfucker.
And they be possessive. But they treat you well. And I never want to down Americans.
Compromising.
Because I never want to down Americans because
Let
I've
me
also
ask you,
had
how did
good...
Prince Charming get the hell out the door?
Huh?
How did Prince Charming, Mr.
So-
Do-It-Right, get the hell
So
out?
that okay.
What happened?
He had another woman. Did you just hear?
He decided one day that I just wasn't the one for him, and he never told me, and he kind of.
Oh yeah, they're good for that.
He kind of low-key ghosted me. And we dated for about a year.
And he ghosted you after a year?
We dated for about a year.
Girl,
and it wasn't that he didn't ghost me. He didn't ghost me off the top, right? When I became complicated, it became because
what's quote unquote complicated?
When I got in my feelings and when I was hurt because I was trying to reach out to him and communicate with him, and he was giving me the cold shoulder. He was telling me he was too busy, and I was trying to figure out like, well, whatever, like, what did I do wrong? You know, for a minute. That's why I said it took me a minute. It triggered some things, and it made me reflect about situations and stuff like that, because you know what I mean. When somebody starts to just avoid you, and you just like, we were just good, like what the fuck, you know? And it makes you like, damn, what did I do? Like, I'm trying to me and him never got in an argument. We never fought.
Wow.
I was always there, like when he wanted to hang out with his friends, or he wanted to, like, you know, hey babe, I'm gonna go hang out with them. I was always cool with it. You know what I mean? Like I was always just there for him, like, you know. And basically he decided one day that I just wasn't that person, and I don't know where it came from. Sure as a bitch. This is what all Slim said to me. They ended up fucking somebody anyway. And basically, so like I was fighting for us, but we were already done. Like, I was fighting for us. I was trying to hold on to him. I was calling him. I was, you know, in my feelings because I had let my guard down and I had allowed myself to be hurt by somebody. And I said that I wasn't, because before I was talking to him, I was out here back on my date 'em all, sis. I'm dating everybody. And so before I like finally let him in, I was like, I lived my best fucking life. And then, you know what I mean? And then we had stopped talking for like a month or two, and he chased me, was persistent, was just everything. And then for like a good solid, like, he was good. He treated me well. We used to do hiking. We used to do all kind of shit together, everything like that. And then one day he just decided that was not what he wanted. And
just like that,
there was nothing that I could have did to make him anything, because I was fighting for him. Like, and I had to give up. I had to let him go.
So you didn't want him to leave?
No, I had to let him go because it was hurting me. Like, it was breaking my heart. Like, me, and it was little signs. Like, he stopped. We used to talk every day. Every single day. Like, there was no way. Like, I would be on vacation. I'd be on the phone with him. He'd be wherever he is. We'd be on the phone. He'd pick up his phone all the time, like clockwork. And then slowly he was like, oh, babe, I'm just tired. I'm busy. I'm working. I'm going to text you.
and then it would go from like every other day. It went from every day to every other day.
He was cheating.
Every so many days, and then he was putting me on supposedly do not disturb at night.
Girl, he was
cheating. Oh yeah, she's cheating on you.
And when I was calling,
he had found somebody else.
And when I was calling him, it was going straight to voicemail, and I was losing my fucking mind because I was like, how do you be consistent every single day, and then like all of a sudden like that, and then like I knew, right? I already knew, but I was fighting for him. Like I already knew that we were over before. It took me 2 months of me just back and forth with him, arguing, complaining with him, us going through it, everything like that, and then it stopped being from us like fucking all the time to him stop having sex with me. And that's when I caught it. And one day it was funny because like a lot of times I would just kind of bury stuff in me, and I would kind of just be cool with just being at home, like just diving in, watching TV and watching everything. And then my mom, she was like, she was like, I forgot what she said, but it was like in the lines of like, you're gonna have to let him go. And it was nothing like before that. I didn't really like, because before I was fighting, arguing, and crying, I was kind of just like numbing it, because I was kind of like paying attention to stuff, and I was numbing. I wasn't expressing myself to anybody. And then after my mom told me that, and I broke down. I cried, and I said, I thought he was one of the good ones, because he didn't give me those vibes like I've got before. Because usually a bitch will catch it real, ooh, okay. And I'll date somebody, and I'll date somebody, I'll keep breaking my heart over and over again, knowing that they ain't shit. But this one, he wasn't that. It just switched. And
so it goes to prove that it hurts more when a nigga lying than telling the truth.
Facts.
It did. And all he had to do was break up with me and tell me it wasn't working. But he told me, it was so crazy. He told me, I was crying to him, and I was like, it's hurting me and everything like that. I popped up at his house, and it wasn't, at that time I wasn't really caring like, oh, was he cheating? That wasn't what was crossing my mind.
It was like, more what's wrong?
It was more like, what's going on? Like, you shutting down on me. Like, you said you were going through something. I'm concerned about you. It was just me being concerned, and then everything like that. And then when I went over there, this motherfucker stood there and looked me in my face and basically told me, baby, we're good. Like, what are you tripping? Like, why are you doing this? And that's when I started to become difficult to him. And when I started to become difficult to him, he shut down all the way. And then it went from me getting a call every now and then it went from him stopping and me always calling him. And then it went from him not to answer his phone. And then it went from me like, we took like a little break, and then I got mad, and I was just like, no, you gonna answer my calls. Like, what the fuck? Like what the fuck is the problem?
Yeah.
And then
Let me ask you this. The infamous WYD text. Do you respond to those?
What you doing, text?
The WYD, what you doing? Because based on a lot of feedback that I received from females, that's like one text that they absolutely like dread.
It depends. Like, do I get a good morning? What you doing? Or do I get, hey,
like,
how was your day? What you doing?
So,
or just WYD?
Just WYD. So basically, women is saying that when they start talking to a guy and they start texting, they hit him with the WYD. And they don't have no follow-up. Like, they're not trying to plan a date. They're not trying to...
No, I don't like those kind of guys. I don't like guys that don't plan dates. Period, point blank. I like a dude to tell me, this is the most attractive shit to me. I'll tell you, this. I want a dude to be like, hey, babe, okay, get dressed. We gonna go here. And that shit turns me on. That's why I tell you, certain people teach me how I want to be treated, and I like that. Like, I like somebody to be like, you know what?
To take the leadership and initiative.
Yeah. I like that. That's what's going on. Like I don't want to be able to I don't always want to pick what we're doing. Like I for the life of me, like somebody I was talking to, or they were like that. We're talking to, like I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Well, what do you want to do? I don't know. It's up to you. The fuck? Well, it's not up to me because I'm trying to figure out what. Like, take the initiative and tell me, you know what? We're going to go here, XYZ, be dressed. I won't be on time. It never happens.
but be dressed or around that time frame, and then that's what we're doing. Like, that's the most sexiest shit to me. Like, if you want to lead me, motherfucker. Lead me on a date.
I'll tell people just like this. I'm old. I'm getting old as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, you hit me with the WYD and all those other little acronyms. I hit you back with the looking emojis. Like, I don't know what that is, but I don't do text messages. So if you got time to sit there and do WYD, you could be like, hey, you can pick up the phone and hit the number and then call me. Don't hit me with no WYD because I'll act stupid as fuck.
You
Like,
prefer a man
what?
to call you? Like, hey, good morning,
you
baby.
don't gotta
How
call
you
me
doing?
all the time, but yeah, I like a little bit of mix of both because we be busy. Life happens. Call me, text me.
Yes. During working hours, because if we talk, I already tell you, like, yo, this is my job, this is what I do, blah, blah, blah. Okay, during the day, fine. But if every time we talk, it's a text message and it's WYD and LOLs and all shit like that, nigga, I'm good because that just shows me you have no conversation to begin with.
Yeah.
So, before I get the fuck up out of here, I'm gonna say this. I'm single.
She's single.
Don't text me. Call me. You see me out in them streets, say what's up. Say hello. I'm Tiffany Boss. We about to be at Bar Smith. Turning this motherfucker up. I'm there every Thursday and Saturday.
Looking like a snack.
Ooh. But yes. We out. Listen. I'm gonna say this because your boy Ken is on here. Okay.
Where Ken at?
No, he just supposed to talk about something.
Man,
It's a whole lot of Angela Bassett. No, it ain't.
Yes.
It ain't no Angela Bassett's around here. We just talking our shit. We love our black men. We love our community. We love y'all. But some of y'all a little fucked up. But some of us is a little fucked up. So we good. It's step in the name of love time. Okay. I got to go get I gotta go. Angela Bassett is like who? Who the Angela Bassett? Both of us.
Which one though?
Right, but no, yeah.
Like, what's love got to do with it, Angela Bassett?
Oh, I done been there. I almost
waiting
been there.
the eggshell and
Because
I
feel like I'm more weighted to
Which
Angela.
Angela?
I'm a little bit of a mix of both.
Don't push me.
Okay. Because
You
I
don't
set your
want
shit on
Angela-
fire
you don't
real
want
quick.
waiting the eggshell, Angela.
I give you whoever you want, but I give it to you.
Listen, I got too many wigs. I'm going to be whomever and wherever I want to be. Okay, so if you don't want that Angela Bassett, don't come with that Angela Bassett energy.
Ooh.
Booyah. Okay? So, anyways,
And
I love
that's
all
on
y'all.
period.
Yes, this was fun. I appreciate
Flatbush.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna be a part of that show.
Y'all ain't shit.
But basically, you know, this was a incredible dialogue, man. I loved it. You know what I'm saying, fellas? Basically, these women saying it's time
Get your shit together.
to get your shit together.
If you
It's
want
time.
to
It's time to take initiative. Be a man. You know what I'm saying?
If you want to lead, let her know that you are worthy.
Come correct.
Because we not about to be letting y'all motherfuckers lead us to the pathway of destruction.
And don't double text.
Don't lead me to another
Do
bitch
not.
house.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you text a female partner, play a partner. If you text a female and she don't respond, do not double text. She's not interested.
Or the looking emojis. Listen, we too old. Don't be hitting
not
us with
use
the
emojis.
WYD.
The
We
laugh
ain't doing
out
that.
loud. None of that. No laugh out loud. No emojis. Just,
Don't
you know what I mean?
hit her up
Call
on
them.
Instagram and then throw a dick pic. Like, don't do that.
Just pick up the phone and talk to her.
Nasty.
We don't want, sometimes.
But like, why are you just randomly throwing me? I don't know. I guess I just rather like to see a thing in person. But don't be just sending me your little nasty dick pictures.
If you want to send me a dick pic,
talking
your
about-
dick, then okay, fine.
I got one
But-
more question for y'all. We could talk about this all night, but this is one question that just struck me, and I need to know.
Okay.
When it comes down to effort in courting and dating, what does it mean when you say do not introduce me to a vibe that you can't maintain, or he wasn't consistent?
We're gonna have to do this later.
We're gonna do we ain't got time for this. We don't have time. Bitch trying to go get her Angela Bassett
Why don't
groove
we
on.
write that?
Dawn in love. Oh, Dawn in love. Oh.
Okay. Hey.
Stop playing with me. Okay, kid. Stop playing with me, kid. Okay. Shut her up real quick.
Hey, Party AZ can get you a date real quick.
Yo,
Party AZ can get you a date. If you need a date, if you like black women, Party AZ can get you a date.
Okay.
Hey, that's on me.
Look at her blushing and shit. Okay, kid.
What's her angle?
Really?
Girl, go ahead, drop your little handle so Kid can follow you.
Follow me at Lovely with 2 L's Dawn on Instagram, and I have like just follow me and hit me up in the DM, Ken. We'll see.
Wow!
Hey,
let's go!
Hey, Dawn, hey.
What the black people meet? We on Party
Hey,
AZ.
I salute Dawn. I salute Dawn. She said she's gonna date them all until she finds
Date
the
them
one.
all, Date them all 2023,
That's gonna make.
sis.
As soon as she
Until you
deletes her
find
number
one
on her
that is
phone,
worthy
it's
of
over.
your love.
Oh, you better hope she
I-
put
you
your
know
name
what?
and number in the
'Cause
phone.
I got
Because if you
my- I
going
got a
blank,
lot of- I
you
got
ain't
a
got a
lot
chance.
of- I'll say this, and this is it. I got a lot of love to give me, and I'm a good ass woman, and I refuse to keep giving my love to somebody who ain't worthy of it. So with that being said, I'm going to let everybody court me
Damn,
until I
sis.
find one who is worthy, because a bitch is trying to get married and have kids. I mean, I'm 36. Listen, my biological clock is ticking, so I need somebody to get in the motion. And yeah, so I'm gonna date everybody until I find the right one.
Let me ask you this, ladies. Do you ever find it appropriate for you to want to shoot your shot at a guy?
Hell yeah, I do it all the time. Shit.
You know those is the most successful relationships.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
The
I
one
told
who
y'all.
shoots your shot?
Didn't I tell you?
The one that the ones when the women choose, always gonna be the most successful, because when a woman is focused and turning into you and believes in you.
Not all men think that though.
Because
Not
I'm
all
always-
men
I'm
accept
always
that.
all in a relationship. Like when I'm with somebody, I'm all in it. They're my king. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'll cook for them. You know what I mean? Like, what do you need? Like I don't mind. Like sometimes I'll even like I'll take you out on a date. You know what I mean? I'll make you feel good. And it's also because, okay, what is he bringing me to the table? He makes me feel so good. Let me make him feel so good. And it's not always me sitting there with my legs up or bent over. Like, that's not always what makes a man feeling good. You just being there and just caressing his head, and while he venting to you is way more stimulating
From the back of his neck.
than me lifting my legs up and just letting him get a quick nut. That's not going to solve anything. You know what I mean? So I feel like when it comes down to it, I have so much to give, and I have so much to offer somebody, and I want to date in court, because I want to be sure that next time I give my love to somebody, all the love that I have, that, you know what I mean, that it's reciprocated, and then I'm not just wasting my time, because at the end of the day, nobody likes to waste their fucking time.
Tiff,
That's when Angela Bassett's come out.
Let me ask you this, Tiff. What is more important to you when it comes down to building a connection with somebody? Is it chemistry or is it attraction?
Oh shit! You don't ask me that question. Well, it's a lot of bit of both. I have to have that chemistry with you for me to even be attracted to you. So we don't have that chemistry.
So you don't see, not to cut you off, but you ain't never seen nobody and you don't know nothing about them, nothing. You was just like damn, whoa.
Like damn, that nigga fine. Damn,
right.
But when they open their mouth and we ain't got that chemistry, it's like, ugh.
I mean, sometimes
damn it,
fine, and you be like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, damn, you let all that fineness go to waste. Goddamn.
See, look, a nigga can say something and fuck it all up. Huh?
Fuck it all up.
Men,
just
and
one thing.
I always try to let men can talk themselves out of some pussy.
But it's not even talking them out of the pussy. It's talking them out of greatness. Because it's not even about my pussy. It's about my greatness. Because when you're in a relationship with me, just like you said, I'm gonna give my 1,000% off. I don't give a damn who walk across the street, the finest motherfucker on this earth. Guess what? You the finest motherfucker in my eyes. And I wish somebody would step up to me. I'm like, do you not see my man right there? Because I'm one of those people. I firmly believe in if some shit happens, let me handle it first, and then if I can't handle it, let me tap into my dude. Like, boom, you gotta shut shit down right then and there. But at the end of the day, you gotta come. If you can be, like I said, you can be the finest motherfucker and have it like, and I you can just be however fine whatever people think is fine in their own eyes, and then a motherfucker will open up their mouth and say the stupidest shit or say the wrong, and it's like.
So what would you say if you had to choose between the two?
Chemistry.
Chemistry is important. What about you?
Because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so it don't matter who think you fine or not. All that matters is I think you're fine, but that chemistry has to be there. You can be the ugliest motherfucker on this earth, but if we vibe, then you're the finest nigga on this earth.
Right.
All right. So closing out.
She said it.
Closing out, ladies. Closing out.
Closing out.
Let's give some dudes some game.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's just say that there's dudes and they like black women, right? And they might be a little intimidated, right? What are some tips or some game that you can be able to give them to be able to snap out of it?
I say just relax. I get that a lot because of all of the jobs or the careers I've held, being in the party industry, working on party buses and traveling and all things of that nature, where everybody knows who I am. So when I walk into somewhere, everybody like Tiff. You gotta have kind of tough skin. You gotta be like, fuck that shit. You gotta have that mentality like, oh, this is my bitch. I'm fucking her. I don't give a fuck about nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that shit. All these niggas can run up in her face, but guess what? I'm the one who's sticking her down that night, and that's the one.
Be secure. Be confident and be secure.
Right.
Do not be insecure.
Right. Be confident, be secure, and stand firm in your manhood and your manners, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Position,
in your position. Stand firm in that, because once you stand firm, you got your feet fucking planted right where you motherfucking stand. Can't nobody uproot you, because you are fucking rooted to the ground in what we have. So at the end of the day, if you rocking with me, you just gotta understand, like, you gotta let me move and groove, but just understand that just like you ride for me, I'm gonna ride for you, and just like you respect me, I'm gonna respect you 100%, 10 toes down. Boom.
If you ain't sure about your position,
then I'm not sure about you.
Nigga.
So, I'll say, like, don't get too comfortable, okay? Listen, take her out on dates.
Open the door.
Open the door for her.
Tell me I'm beautiful.
Put some goddamn cologne on. Buy her some flowers. Tell her that she's beautiful. Make her feel like she just that bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm with her. When I'm with you, I'm going to walk like I'm that bitch. You know what I mean? Ain't no nigga going to be able to take me from you. I'm her. That is what it is. So I feel like, take her out on dates. Make her feel good. Make her just feel like, shit. Comment up under her damn post. Damn, baby, you sexy. And act like the
thirsty ass niggas, right?
Instagram.
Let's role play.
Yeah.
Shit.
Put them. Ooh, baby, you sexy. Drop now. See, if you my man, drop your dick pitch and drop your dick picture.
Like I don't know you. Let me be surprised.
We see.
Oh shit!
Let's do all that. Keep that.
I'll give you some bouquet. You know what I'm talking about?
Call me and tell me, babe, we going here, and that's it. And I'm okay.
Pack a bag. Don't bring no panties. I'm sorry.
And then also make me feel safe. Make me. You say black women are masculine or whatever like that. Make me feel girly. Make me feel pretty. Just make me feel good.
Make me feel feminine.
Make her.
Girl, you better say that.
Make her
You better say that.
Make her get wet.
Oh.
I mean, always. You better be getting her wet. Y'all need to be together if it ain't wet down there.
For the ladies, that's having a hard time finding black love out here.
What the hell are you talking about? Why are you making it spicy and doing all of that? The white man is ruling with the supreme authority.
We don't want to care. We don't care about him.
Listen,
okay, girl,
this ain't nothing but this
we
is
about to
talking
move on
about
to bigger and better.
Let's talk about black love right now, baby. Okay?
Yeah.
Make me feel good.
What would you tell the ladies? What would you tell the ladies that happen to be disgruntled, saying that the guys that they like don't like them and things like that?
Date them all, sis.
Date them all 20 motherfucking 23. Okay? Date all them motherfuckers. Go on all them dates.
But
I don't care.
You know what? Guess what? The best thing
And
I will
say
say,
date, but don't sleep. I'm not saying sleep with everybody. You get something, but I'm saying,
girl, if it's your pussy, you sleep with.
But yeah, you can sleep.
Who
Listen,
gotta know?
I'm gonna say you can sleep with who you want to, but you don't gotta sleep with it. I'm not encouraging everybody to go out there and fuck
Do what
everybody.
you do. Get the test.
But if you do,
sex.
if you do fuck everybody, shit, that's your prerogative, and I want to know.
Sex.
Tell me the story.
Condoms. My thing. I'm gonna say this and for real. This is for real, and I'm done. One thing I do love about Arizona, I can say this. Although the dating pool is a little slim, a little rocky. You rocking the boat. Is that there are so many people, for the men, for the women. There's so many people migrating here.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot of people here that's just from Arizona.
Yeah.
You got all these new people coming here.
Yes.
They may not be shit from where they back then, but they come to Arizona to have a new start. So have a new start with all these motherfuckers that's coming here. You got to get to them first, because there's a whole lot of women trying to come up with these motherfuckers.
But there people playing games too.
It do, but wait,
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
I'm just. Let me just say my good thing about Arizona. Although they playing games, however, we not just stuck in this little pool. We got all these people because Arizona is constantly growing and they're coming here. So we have all, So the pickings aren't so slim because we have, it's a growth happening.
I'll say this.
I'm gonna say that.
This too, because I got to go to sleep. Y'all,
I gotta go
to work in the morning.
I gotta go have a few shots.
I'll say this, and I'll say, like, I'm gonna piggyback off of what she said. So many people here, and I'll also say that, like, where the dating pool was 10 or 5 years ago, where you would go somewhere and there would be a whole bunch of black men and they wouldn't look at you or whatever. It's definitely changed, because I have been places. I've been to soul food restaurants, little spots in the mall, everywhere, and they be looking. So you might think that, oh, it's just this and that, or just change your surrounding. Maybe if it's in Scottsdale might not be for you. Come down to the west side, go to Westgate, you know what I mean? Or if Westgate ain't the place for you, go to Tempe. You know what I mean? They are here. It is definitely dudes here from other states that don't they don't want to date out of their race or whatever like that. Hell, my Uber driver was a black man, and I knew he liked black women, because when I got in the goddamn car, he was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Okay." He was married though, very respectful, sweetheart. But he was married, but you knew he liked black women just like off the top. So change your surroundings. There's black men out here. You just gotta go find them. If not, they got a lot of Africans out here.
Oh my God.
Look, period, point blank. It is no excuses.
And
if you want somebody that bad, that you gonna get on TikTok, you gonna get on IG and Facebook talking about it ain't nobody around. That's some fucking bullshit. It's time for you to grow up and take effort and responsibility for your life and your fucking well-being. Ain't no fucking excuses.
You can't sit in the house and try and find some
dick.
You gotta get out.
A good dick ain't gonna knock on your door. It ain't gonna fall in your lap. You gotta get out. You might find it at the gas station.
Ain't gonna break in your house, okay? That's a robber. That ain't your husband. Maybe he is. I don't know. You might like a jailbird. Whatever.
It's your responsibility. So at the end of the day, you have to look in the mirror.
He broke in my heart.
You have to look in the mirror and fix you first before you can try to get with anybody else, man.
Yeah.
Treat yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This is fucking Party AZ Network. Also, Real Riders Only Radio. We doing this every other week.
Real Riders Only Radio.
And shout out Stick High for doing this thing. Shout out Tiff Boss. Shout out Don Lovely. This dialogue. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stan, what's his name?
Ken.
Ken. Hey, boo. Hey, boo.
Ken, dropping them DM, dropping that DM, and don't text her talking about some WID, because she ain't responding. She ain't responding to that shit. Okay.
Hey, Benny Hanna, first date, G4.
Ooh, G4,
Benny
Hanna.
Take me to Fleming's.
Oh, she said, now come on, Fleming's the first date?
Yes.
Oh, she's like, this is what I'm saying. Okay, Fleming.
Listen, that's where my dates be at. That's where they take me. So you got to stay at that level.
Oh, see why you can see.
You know this.
Why you
this
comparing? Why you comparing?
This is the next show. This is the next show.
Compare me to your last
11:40. We got the guy.
This is the
Man,
next show.
I can
This is the
take you
next
to
show.
Chipotle and have a good time
First of all, I don't
over a
even
nice
like
little
Chipotle.
burrito bowl. Or quesadilla, whatever the fuck. We ain't got to go to Fleming's the first
seats on the
night.
inside of Chipotle.
They got good shit.
They don't even have good seats in there, okay?
You
I'd
take
rather
me-
sit in the car.
You take
Fleming's?
me to Chipotle. You take me to Chipotle.
You gonna go? You gonna get a tomahawk or you gonna get a porterhouse?
I'm gonna get a porterhouse. The fuck?
And
If I
you
can
gonna
pay
get-
for, if I can accommodate, let's stop this. But if I could pay for my own stuff, my own trips, my own food, if I could go to Fleming's and spend my own money, then why the fuck?
It doesn't
can't
matter if then I don't have to take you to Fleming's.
Thank
You
you,
go to Fleming's.
Evelyn.
How about if I got my own restaurant? I want you to try, and you might like it.
Take me to the bar and give me some tequila shots. I guarantee you're gonna have a good time.
Oh, you about to
Look at
turn
that.
up?
I mean, I like you can take me to the bar because I like good. Oh yes, definitely some tacos.
I ain't say that. I'm just saying, you know.
You know me though. You know I like chicken.
Tequila shot.
Tequila all the way,
That's
me
allowed.
baby.
I mean, but if
Yes.
you take me to Wingstop, that's the key to my heart. But listen, back.
Evelyn
Man.
said, "Great interview. We appreciate you, girl. Absolutely."
We done?
Man, thank
Kept
you,
it
lady.
spicy.
Much
Way
love,
out,
man. Just go ahead and just drop whatever you got in that box, man.
Wait, before
Party
we go,
AZ, baby.
for the next interview,
Like, subscribe, comment.
like, subscribe, comment, and drop some suggestions on what y'all want to hear us talk about next time. Is it gonna be love? Is it gonna be hate? Is it gonna be
Let me
a
know
little,
so I can do my research. I guess we coming back.
Yeah.
And I guess we coming back.
Yeah.
We coming back.
Yeah,
Yes.
y'all coming back.
You
They
coming
calling the
back.
show now. It's going down,
coming back.
man.
It's just too dope.
This is
I
the
was trying to
Tiffany trying to
dance.
find
Where the
love.
music at?
Tiffany's trying to find love. So come on, contestants, let's go.
Yes. Oh,
Hey,
we
can
can do
y'all
it.
dance? Y'all gonna dance a little bit for the camera, for the fellas?
You're tuning into the best in the West. Real Riders Only Radio.
That's what I'm off to.
Look,
So you gonna get here?
Let me drop my handle real quick. So listen. I am. Did you just drop that on me?
Oh my God!
We're not even live no more.
Hey.
No, we're not even live no more. All right, proof. I gotta go. I was been there. Hell yeah.
Man, I wish I was in the 80s. The body was sexy body.
That part.
Right?
Everybody over there. You be over there all the time. You like that pocket.
I'll be there. Hey, where the park at?
I just try and find parking spots. I never really come this deep. Once you get somewhere, it's not the hardest.
It ain't going on. I'll say 23 minutes top. Just take the 17. Or take the 10, see 17. And now I know better. Hey, John!
I'm on my Instagram right now, cutting it up.
Y'all want to take a pic, ladies?
I got I'm still for a hot second, bro.
Hey!
shit was dope. Hey, this shit dope as fuck. Mama, nigga.
Shattered in 1,000 pieces before I ever drop my pride. Losing love, worrying about my image, really helped me realize it's love. Why does it hurt so bad? Stay on my mind.
Yeah, you might wait out. You know what? You might wait out to an early for the bro. I think you do it like
strapped up. I give you hit you with this gift unless it's wrapped up. Picture the moment, girl, don't worry about the after. But I keep the camera close for any moment we can catch up. I'm ready, I'm so excited. Sex party, girl, you invited. Bad time, I really need you there. Lay up on the bed and put your toes in the air. Girl, you on my mind like memories. I keep thinking about being in it. If you let me smash, I'ma hit that ass like I'm tryna be the last man in it. I can't lie, girl, you the truth. I just wanna give it to you. You don't need time to recoup. Girl, let me put you in the booth. Put your thighs on my stomach, your legs in the sky. Baby, don't you run from it, I'm coming inside. Baby, subtract your clothes and then let me divide. I put you in the booth. I put you in the booth.
You're tuning into the best in the West. Real Riders Only Radio.